Jay Kumar, what's today's topics?
Hi, we are going to start with the data analysis from today onwards.
Okay, so okay.
Shall we start now?
I think we can start.
Okay. Okay, hope you can see my screen now. So we are in day 4, and so we are pending with only a few part in day 3, which is advanced chart that we are going to see it. And then we are going to see with slices and timeline in a pivot table. That is what we are going to see it. So to start with that, and then we'll go with a complete introduction about Power Query, and then a data analysis, and rest of the parts. Okay, so first to start with Slicer, as I said earlier, if you go for Insert tab, you can find a filter group separately. This is comes under with Slices and Timeline. So these two are required with to make your table in your data in a table manner, either a pivot table or you want to use with a pivot table. Okay, and a normal table that you want to use it. If you go for a table manner, slices will work and timeline will not work. So for timeline, you must require to go with a pivot table unless it won't work. And next important thing, timeline will work only for date-based columns. Okay, if you have a big data set in which only 2 columns, I have a date-based one now. One is in order date and second one is in shipment date. So this timeline is required with any period over here. Okay, so you're required with date, then a timeline will work. If you don't have a big data set, even if you have a big data set, you don't have any date column, date fields, then the timeline will not work even in pivot table. Okay, now first I'll make a table at first. Control T. I'm going to make table, or I'll directly go for a pivot table if I required. Okay, first I'll go for a pivot table. I'm going to make some small data sets here. So first I'm going to apply with a subcategory with a sales value and a profit. Okay, subcategory sales and a profit. So if I require that, I want that to be in a region wise. So I'm going to make this start in region wise. Okay, so this is a region here. But if I'll just go with slices for a small data set as of now. Okay, now subcategory sales and profit, for which I'm going to make with the slicer at first. Slicers are available under Insert tab in the filter group. If I apply a pivot table, you can find the same thing in the pivot table analyze group also. Again, the same filter with slicers and timeline will work. Okay, so you want to click the slicer button here. First, it shows with a column what we have in our data set entirely. Okay, you want to select anything you require. Now we can go and select by country wise or state wise, whatever you required, you can go with that. Okay, this is for just a filtering purposes, and you can find a separate button which is available. Okay, now I'll go for a country to be selected at first, and then I'm going with state wise, and then I'm going with region wise, and then I'm going with some process center wise, plan code wise. Okay, so 4 things which I have selected, and if I require other things, even I want to select it, I can go for a customer name wise also. Just for example, I'm doing it, and then I'll go with OK here. Okay, now you can see you'll be getting a 5 different boxes like this. Okay, this is a slicer box where it will be helpful for us to take a filter in the easiest way. Okay, I'm just going to make this an alignment. I'm going to make this country at last. This is helpful for us to make a dynamic filters. Dynamic charts also can be filtered easily with the help of slices. Okay, now see, this is my data set and I have a 5 boxes here. Okay, with this help of boxes, when I click some informations here, it will get filtered out in my table here very easily. Okay, I don't want to go for this table to be filtered. And also it is not possible to make a filter in a pivot table in this way. Okay, so you want to go with slices very easily. So again, when I click slicers here, I'll be getting one more supporting tab called slicer. So this will help me to change my orientations and styles and names of the box also. This is customer name it shows here. In case if you want to change anything, you can go and change here easily. Okay, and also there will be a styles, different styles or ready-made styles are available. You can go and make a different colors of your slices very easily. To show attractive, you can make any colors you require. You can change it. So now I put a random colors here and I'll go for a view tab and I'll just remove grid lines here. Okay, it look like a dashboard kind of thing that we can apply it. And next thing is slicer has a column based also through a button. This button will comes with the height and width as default, and you have a column with default one number in slice. Okay, so what is this one, which means you can convert it. For example, we have a state here. It comes with only one column as of now. So there are 49 plus states are there. You want to use the scroll down button to scroll down one by one here. Okay, you want to use the scroll down to come down. Okay, instead of that, you can make this box into a horizontal manner. Now it is in a vertical manner, only one. Even if I extend it, it comes continuously here. Okay, instead of that, I can go and change this column number and I can make that into a horizontal manner. Okay, now you can see here, this is only one column as of now it is placed. I'll go for multiple columns here. Okay, column number 1, 2, 3, up to 10 columns, which I am planning to give it now. Okay, so now 10 columns are there. It look like a small grids. When I extend like a horizontal manner, it exactly work in horizontal model, it will come. Okay, now this is one. You can change your orientations very easily for any boxes that any fields that you require. Okay, now 4 columns are there. 4 boxes are there. These are in vertical manner and only one which is in horizontal manner. Okay, which is state, because that is having a 49 plus numbers are there. That's why. Even if you want, you can extend this one. You can extend up to n number of columns here. Okay, now the data set will exactly work. What are the values I will filter? Exactly, it shows in the same way. For example, the slicers, if I'm going to click for a California alone, if I click for California, it shows only the record for California here. Okay, and California is available in 2 regions here in this data set. One is West region and Northwest region. And you can have a multiple filters here. Drill down buttons will be there. In California, I want to see only the plan code for 11,100. When I click here, it shows only for that information. And again, if I go for 1200, it shows only for 1200. So you can easily use this slicer button to make a filter out and you can see it. Okay, if you have a big data set, you can apply some big informations here. And after that, you can apply it here. Okay, even by customer name also you can go for and see it. Let's say go for ABD. When I click here ABD, it exactly shows the information of ABD alone. Okay, so easily it comes under appliance group in subcategory, and the total sale of that is 243, and the profit we have attained is $72. Okay, so something easily you can check it and you can see it. And again, you can just clear the filters very easily by using a shortcut key also, Alt plus C. And you can see by country wise. Now I will go for India alone. So the value of India here is 244. Okay, and one value for France here it is 77. Okay, value for Germany it is 1677. Okay, so easily you can see it. So by state wise also, if you want, you can see it. Okay, now I'll go for state wise again. When I go and click some a state here randomly, Washington, you can see the information which comes under West region with 2 plan codes in 2 countries it is available, and the customer names are this. Okay, in West Washington, I want to see only for one particular customer, then it exactly works on. Okay, so this is the power of slicers. So you can easily use filter buttons for a data set and along with interactive mode kind of thing that you can do it. Okay, when I apply a chart for this information, simply I'll apply a chart for this sales information. The charts also will get automatically changed when I apply it. Okay, now I'll go for a chart with insert tab. I'll go for a pivot chart. I required a column chart here. Okay, so this comes automatically. I'll go for a column chart now. Okay, sum of sales and sum of profit, both we have it here. Okay, I can just go and align it on next to this. Okay, I don't want grid lines and I don't want legend as well. Okay, now this is the chart which appears next to my information. When I go and click in something here, let's say I'll go for California. It shows only for California. The chart also will get interactive. Automatically, it will be getting changed. Okay, you can make a complete chart for different pivot tables, and you can make a filters very easily. Okay, now it is for Florida. It shows here. Okay, in Florida we have a very high, which is in machinery. Okay, machines are very high. So automatically it shows by default. It will tell you the informations. What are the values it will change here? Based on that, it works on. Okay, when I go for East region alone, so this is for East region and this is for West region. So interactive dashboards can be appeared and prepared with the help of slices in the easiest way. Our next thing is like a timeline. As I said, timeline, you must require to do a date column in your data set. If you don't have a date column in your data set, then it won't work. Okay, in my data set, if you see here, I have only two, column D and column F. So we don't have any other date column here. Okay, so first I'll go for insert tab. I'll use this timeline here. Okay, so first see the timeline will not work because my cursor is not in a table. So I want to keep my cursor in table and I want to press this timeline button. Okay, now the timeline will automatically show only the date field in my Excel sheet. Okay, in my data set now. So I want to either go with the order date or shipment date. Now I'm going only with the order date. So when I click order date, you can see exactly a bar will come here. This bar will work like a filter button. Okay, so now I'm extending this line and by default it comes with the month year. Okay, I'll go for years. Now this data set has from 2014 to 2021, 7 years of data we have it in that database. So again, the same thing, the timeline subtab will come. I'll go and change any colors I require. Okay, this is my own what I can do. I can change my colors. I can change the name of the summary. Okay, the heading caption can be changed very easily. And even the height and width, whatever I require, I can change it. Okay, even a scroll bar will be there and then time level will be there. Even if you don't want these things, you can easily remove those things also. Okay, now I want to see the information only for 2018. Then I can go and click only for 18 year. Okay, so based on that, the information will show you. Okay, and for 2017, we have an information. Okay, 2018 we don't have it and 2019 we don't have it. Okay, from 2016, you can see the information is available here. 2016 we have it. And 2015 we have it and 2014 we have it. So based on that, the information chart also will get updated automatically. Through year wise, I can see it. And again, through quarter wise, I can see it. Now, I want to see what is the value for second quarter in 2016. Then I can go and click this 2016 quarter 2. Then the information will show only for 2016 quarter 2. And again, I want to see for 2017 quarter 1. Then I can change it by easily using these type of informations. Okay, and by month wise also, if you want, you can see it. But the bar diagram will get increased. The timeline you want to extend it. Okay, so it shows for all the month. You have a scroll down button will come here. You want to use this horizontal scroll bar to go and see the informations. Now I want to see only for 2014 October month. This is the information for October month in 2014. So I can easily use my interactive dashboards kind of a thing can be placed and for the table whatever we have, and without doing any changes in the table filtering, I can use this complete filter mode of slices and timeline in pivot table very easily. Okay, so as I said earlier, the pivot table must needed for to make a timeline. Okay, so even if it is in table manner, it won't work. You must require to go connect with the pivot table. Then only timeline will work. Okay, so any doubt as of now about slicers and timeline?
Jay, I have two doubts.
Yeah, please.
Okay, first one will be this chart. If I'm moving into some other PPT, then the connection will be disconnected. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. And the second doubt is like this: is there any option that I can change the quarter of this timeline? Because we follow a quarter on financial year basis, not on the calendar year basis.
Oh, okay, okay. I think this button, we don't have any option to do it, only to utilize it. We cannot edit anything here.
Okay, then fine. Okay.
So, again, why the slices and timelines are important, which will be used widely across the globe for preparing some dashboard reports. So about dashboard reports also, next we are going to see about the data analysis, in which I'll help you on how to create dashboard reports and what are the types of dashboard reports we have it under. The only thing in Excel the people are facing, the space constraint. Okay, if you see now, I have put a little table here and a few slices here. Even for that itself, the entire screen will be occupied now. Okay, I cannot bring any other information into this one. So that is the only thing. So the dashboards will be effectively prepared. What information to be placed in a single manner. Okay, in a single page, like a one slider. Okay, so those things will be covering in the upcoming sessions. I'll help you on that time how to prepare in an effective manner. Okay, next with advanced charting. Okay, now we'll go with advanced charting. Very important. Why? Because this is the only thing which help you to do a data visualization in Excel. Okay, so what we are doing is we are working on data. We are doing data storing purposes, data cleaning. We are doing it, and then we are doing with data validations. So many things we are doing it. But this is the only way, through a chart only we can do a data visualizations. Okay, which is very important now. A data visualizations are very effectively work because instead of reading into a text manner, by seeing this image, it is very easy for to understand it about your data set. Okay, so now that is why we have a lot of charts in Excel which comes here. So in 2019, we have a few important charts, new charts also, like 3D maps. Okay, like 3D maps will be there, and then we have a map chart here. Okay, so map chart will work, and also we have a combo chart here. Okay, so how many of you know what is combo chart?
I think it comes with column chart plus linear chart, I think.
Exactly. So this is in the old method, in old version, we call it as secondary axis chart. Okay, secondary axis, which means that is one first that we are going to see it. Secondary axis. So usually we have X axis and Y axis in a chart. Okay, X and Y. So additionally, we are going with one more axis to be created, that is called a Z axis. Okay, so Z axis. So with the help of this Z, what we are going to do it, we are going to create one more axis on the right hand side. Okay, for example, I'll just make a draw tab to be used to show you a small demonstrations here. This is my X, sorry, this is my Y, and this is my X, and I'm going to create one more axis here, that is called a Z axis here. Okay, this will be used for different types of data set. We have it in X and Y. There is a huge gap in data variations. For example, the relationship which is not maintained correctly between the X and Y in the linear regression, which means the Z axis is required. Okay, I'll show examples so that you can easily understand it. Okay, the normal distribution of X and Y, which is not here in this example, I'm going to use with Z axis. Okay, now first I'll bring a small example here to understand it very easily, and then we can relate with our workstation issues. Okay, secondary axis, as I said, you want to go with insert tab, and this is very easy where you can go with this combo chart option. Okay, the second one, this is line on secondary axis, and this is a normal one. Okay, so two different, even a three that we can do it. I'll tell you how to use this one. So second, in this combo one, second, this is the exact secondary axis with Z axis will come. That is the one which we are going to use it now. Okay. For example, I'm going to compare employee attrition in HR department. Okay, employee attrition. I want to show that employee attrition in an effective manner. Okay, for example, I'll go for month wise now. And what is the live employee in that month? And how many people are left in that month? Okay, live employee and left employee in attrition. Okay, I'm going with 1/2021 to 12 months, which I'm going to bracket 1/2021. So I'm just going to fill for 12 months and the live employee, which I'm going to make randomly. Okay, so 380 employees to 450 employees. Okay, now this is a live employee count, which I have mentioned it, and I'll go for a random left employee from 3 employee to 10 employees left in a month. Okay, now we can see the relationship of my live employee and left employee, which is in 1 year. Okay, very rarely we have 10s here, but these all are in hundreds. Okay, when I make a map here, the exact plot will not get connected. Okay, for example, if I go with this information in a normal comparison, so okay, why all these charts are important, that I'll tell you first thing. And each and every one has a different nature where we want to use these things. When you want to compare something, then definitely you want to go with a bar chart. Okay, this is only for comparison purposes in Excel. Okay, so whenever you want to compare something, you want to definitely use a bar chart. Okay, column chart. Now I want to compare my live employee with left employee. So that is why I'm going to bar chart now. I'm going to make a bar chart now in 2D column. If I go for a bar chart, the unfortunate thing is the number of value, the count for live employee, which is in more than 300 or 400, something like that. Okay, so the format axis you can see now, it comes with 50 as default. But unfortunately, the left employee has less than 10. So I can't see this information in a proper way. The small line which shows on here. If you go on for big companies, okay, more than 5,000 employee will be there. Okay, and the left employee will be 20 or 30 in the month. Okay, which means even again, you cannot compare anything over here. Okay, the small dot kind of a thing will show here in the left employee field. So I cannot compare it correctly. Okay, because my data in my left employees are very low when compared to live employee. This is what the X and Y has and not in a normal distribution part. So I required, there is no relationship here with the linear regression. So I'm going with this Z-axis, which automatically connecting by creating one more axis here. Okay, automatically it will create a Z-axis, and you want to read your live volume, live employees volume in left-hand side, left employee volume in right-hand side. Okay, so now the same chart, I'm going to apply that in a combo one. Okay, so very directly I'll go with combo. So simply I'm going to select this one. Now you can see this is the way that you want to represent the same information. So the left-hand side, you can start with 340 to 460. That is for to analyze your employee live, and left employee to be on right-hand side. Okay, and you can see now the simply, even the line can easily shows you the attrition rate is coming down now. This is a good sign for your company now. Okay, so this is the way that you want to exactly show it. Okay, so this is about a secondary axis chart. In 2016 and above, we have this combo chart. Okay, which is very easy to do it. But if you are using a lesser version, we want to do all these things entirely manual. Okay, you want to prepare manually. Okay, now hope you are using 2016 and above. You can directly use this chart, right? Any doubt as of now about this secondary axis chart?
Hi Jay, this is Kanchan. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Jay, I have a doubt. Like, can we show this chart in form of a line chart or something that would be more easier to show the attrition rate?
Yeah, see, even the line will work to compare it again. So first thing is, whenever I want to compare something in Excel, the first preference is go to a bar chart, because that is the only which is suitable for a comparison. But sometimes line also will be used to compare it to trend related things, which is over a time, a frequency based on the time frequency interval. I can use it, but the same data set, which I'll go for a line related thing. Now again, I'll go for the same one, which line. You can see again the straight line which works for your left employee. So I cannot compare it exactly. This is more suitable. The combo chart is more suitable when compared to two other things. That is why we go preferred with this z-axis, secondary axis charts for these type of data sets. Okay, so if you have the data relationship which is not in a strong manner, then you want to use with this z-axis. Okay, so that is why we are using a secondary axis for these scenarios.
Okay, thank you, Jay.
And even these type of informations will come in different departments. For HR, this is for attrition rate. Okay, even for comparison with a performance of a team that you want to analyze it. Okay, for example, again, I'll go for a small customer care department. How many calls they are doing on every month? Okay, what is the error they are doing it? Okay, I want to see the performance of that particular team. Okay, even for any team that you can easily check it. For a finance, how many journals they applied it and how many journals they applied it in error. Okay, so these type of informations also can be easily checked in this way, because the call volume will be very high. It will be in like monthly, they will be going to make 1,000+ calls. Okay, 1,000 to 2,000 calls they are doing it. They are attending on every month in the customer care department. Okay, and the error what they have done, they are doing it very less than 10 errors, 1 to 10 errors. Okay, now again, the data set will not suitable for you to make any other charts. Only with the help of a secondary access chart, you can display this information in a right way. Okay, so now you can see, go for again insert tab. I'll go with a combo chart with the line. Okay, so in few months the errors are dropped. In third month they are performed well. Again in the 7th month they performed well. Again in the 9th month they performed well. So using this chart comparison, a line with bar diagram, combo chart, it is easy for us to see the informations in a right way, easy to understand it. That is why we are using with a secondary access chart for these type of examples. So make sure your X is very high when compared to Y. Okay, which means you definitely want to use with secondary access chart. If it is near to the value, then not a problem. But if it is in ones and the other values are in thousands or hundreds, then you want to use definitely with a secondary access chart. Okay, now next we'll go for a normal first chart, which is column chart. So as I said, column chart will be used only for comparison purposes. Okay, if you want to compare something, you want to use with column chart. Okay, so in Excel, first all charts are images. Okay, all charts are now in image. So you can do any customization you want. Okay, for example, if I want to show some different custom visuals, in Excel, we don't have any option to add it. For example, only 3 charts will be preferred, very frequently used by all department. One is column and line and pie chart. Rest of the charts will be very rarely used. Okay, even for scatter chart and all, very rarely will be used by, mostly it will be by statistical informations will be used for these type of charts. Okay, now I'll show randomly some example of the data visualizations, and then about a sparkline also I'll show you how to use the sparkline. So as I said, this is an image in chart. I can do any custom visualizations I required. I can change it easily. Okay, first I'll apply on chart now. I'm going for a month wise to compare it. Okay, what is the profit of company A and profit of company B? Okay, so 2 companies which I'm going to make profit with 150 crores to 250 crores. I'm just going to compare it for the 2 company now. I'll go for a chart now because this is a comparison. So I definitely want to use a column chart. Okay, I don't have any other option to do it. Okay, and I'm going with this chart. Once the chart has appeared, now you can see it will come default with grid line. If you go for this chart element, again 2 supporting tabs will come for all the charts here in Excel. Okay, you can do complete customizations with the help of these 2 tabs. Okay, one is chart design. If you go for add element here, okay, you can do lot of elements to be added in this chart. Okay, by default, you can see the axis will come with horizontal axis. Okay, and then vertical axis. All these will come. Okay, if you go for this horizontal axis, you can't find your x-axis with values. Okay, so the axis title will be there. The axis title for horizontal, you can add it. You can see now the axis title in horizontal, you can add it, and vertical also, if you want, you can add it. Okay, a lot of elements to be added here. And along with that, chart title, without a chart title, I don't want any chart title, means I can use this option. And then above chart will be there and center chart will be there. Okay, center overlaid. And some data labels are very important. You can see now the data labels, as of now, it is not added. You can go with data labels in center option or inside end or inside base, outside end or call out method. Okay, even these type of information also you can show it. If you are showing some less information, you can use data call out method as a data label, which is very easy. Okay, if you go for this chart element only, you can find these informations. If you go for right click directly on the chart area and do add data label, means it will come like a number kind of thing here. Okay, it won't come like a data callouts and all. So that is why you must require to go and add the data chart label in this way. And even the legend can be added with anything you require. Okay, so different legend and including a trend line, you can do it with linear trend line. Okay, so linear trend line, exponentials, all those things can be used. Okay, I'll tell you how to use those things. Now, even a grid line will be there. You can see different grid lines can be added. Okay, vertical grid lines, horizontal or primary grid lines. If you require, you can do those things. Now the chart element can be updated in the plus option here also. When you go for this plus option, you can find all those things. Okay, very easily you can update it. Now, as I said, customization, I can go and do a small customization here. First, I'll click on the grid line. I'm going to remove it. Okay, I'm going to make the chart with a white color background. This is my first customization which I want to start it. Okay, and then the quick layout option will be there. Second, quick layout. What it is, when I go for this quick layout, the predefined 10 or 11 layouts will be available for different charts. If you go and select any charts with quick layout, it exactly shows. Now, what is this quick layout? Which means in this fifth option is very important, where you can directly bring all your data set, a table information into a chart itself. Okay, now this information will remove my data label and it brings the data label in my chart area itself. Okay, for some other information you can see, if I go for layout 1, layout 2, layout 3, nothing will happen. But when I go for fifth layout alone, it will help me my column chart and line chart. It will work only for 2, column and line, to bring my informations into my chart area itself. Okay, which is very easy now. Why? Because I don't want to show this data set to someone. Directly I can copy this image and I can share it to someone very easily. Okay, because all the informations are available in below to this chart itself. Okay, this is one easiest way to add your quick layouts. This quick layouts has different styles. If you want, you can use any styles you require. Okay, based on your own perception, which is more easy for you to read, that you can do it. Okay, this is very easy to do it. That is one thing. Second, I'll go with another designs now. So first, I'll remove this profit of company A that I'm going to tiles. I don't require this legend. I'm going to remove the legend now. And I don't want even a grid line. So I'll remove the grid lines. Okay, fine. So now I'm going to make a customizations, which is, as I said, this is an image. I can do any customization I require. Okay, for example, what are the colors to be applied for these bar, which is very simple. When I select this, any one particular color, a bar diagram, now this is a second one, which is company B, that is an orange color. Once I selected, I'll go for format option. Format option, I can use this shape fill option to fill any colors I require. Okay, this is one easiest way to change my colors for all the bars here in an easy way. Okay, this is one thing I can do it. First customization. Next thing, in which I want to show what is the topmost value in my company across all companies. The topmost is, I feel this is a topmost, I guess. Okay, so the blue color, if I select one, it will select the entire thing. If I do a double click, it will select only that particular bar around. Okay, I want to change only that particular one with some red color. This is the highest one, which I want to show it. Okay, I can make any colors I require. Now select on this blue, okay, separately. And by pressing Control button, just you can move it with easiest options here. Okay, now I'll go for a different color for these bar diagrams. I'll go with some yellow color. Okay, some yellow color. Something like that, you can completely change your chart into a different manner. Okay, so this will be used in a different way. First, these bar diagrams are with a standard colors. I can use it. That is one option. Okay, or you can go with some pictures. You can go with some gradient fills, or you can go with some texture. Okay, so different things that you can do it. First, I'll tell you some different colors to be copied for these bar diagrams. That I'll tell you how to do that one. First, I'll go for online mode. I'll take some random background colors here. Okay, so this is a random Google colors which I am going to take it. Now these are the background colors are there. Okay, random colors are there. In case if I want to make these type of colors to my chart, I can easily do it in my bar. Okay, very simply, I'll just go and click some colors here. Okay, for example, I want to use this tricolor here, for example. Okay, just do right click and copy the image. Okay, copy the image and come to bar diagram here and just do Control V. Now you can see the exactly colors are being appeared into your bar diagram. You can prepare your own colors for your bars, whatever you require. Okay, so some tricolors if you require, you can do it, or you can go for any colors you required in this from Google, you can take it. Or if you want a perfect colors, then we have a separate website called adobe.colors, which is for Adobe Illustrator colors, where you can use this color.adobe.com. You can create n number of colors here based on some exact the color codes. Okay, so we can go with any colors you require. You want some specific colors, you can exactly take it from this option. Okay, these two websites will very helpful for us to make a different colors. Okay, so now again the chart area, this one which I have changed it now. I'll go for another bar diagram to make some different color. Okay, I'll go with some different colors here. Copy it. I'll go and paste it here. Okay, now you can see two different charts can be applied it. And then even in the chart area, which I can change it. I'll remove this chart title at first. I'll go for a chart area now. Again, shape fill. In the shape fill, you can make some different colors here. Okay, this is one way where you can make a standard colors, or you can go for picture mode directly. I can include some picture also from online or from an icon or from a local system. Okay, that you can do it. If you go for online pictures, very easily you can attractively you can bring it. Okay, now I'll just try to bring some background color here. Background with picture from online. From online, I'll go for some background, normal background here. So background colors, I'll go for some light color to appear in my chart area. Okay, so I'll take this example and go and insert it. Now we can see these type of charts can be applied very easily in Microsoft Excel. So you can make any customizations you required in this way. And even now, go and change your chart tiles and then your styles of your axis, x-axis, y-axis, whatever you require, you can change it. And once this is done, you can just copy this information. I'll go for a PowerPoint presentation. You can make a link also. This is one way which is easiest for us to make a link. First, this is my chart area. I'll copy this chart. I'll go for Alt ES. Okay, Alt ES, paste special value, and you can make to paste with link option. This is one way to inserting my charts in Excel to PowerPoint. It will automatically change. Okay, so you can make a link connection here with Excel and PowerPoint. Now the information, if I change in my Excel, that will exactly appear in my PowerPoint also. Okay, so I'll just change a small information here. For first month, the value of company is 236 it shows. I'll change that with 300. Okay. Now it is extended 300. This is the one which is very height. I'll come with my PowerPoint. It exactly get changed. Okay. So you don't want to do any changes. One time connection is required to do those things. This is one way that you can present it. Or you can copy that chart and paste it in a static manner. Okay. Which means there will be no change will take place. I'll go for a new slide. I'll do Alt S. I'm going to paste that as a JPG picture here. Okay, not a link picture, normal picture. So normal picture will help you to make any different dimensions of your charts. Okay, with frameworks you can apply it. Okay, with these type of 3D animations can be included in your chart in the easiest way to present it. Okay, so you can make some 3D maps with 3D animations like this, which will be attractive for preparing some company profiles and about your company, about your team, whatever you require. You can do those type of customizations in the easiest way. Okay, so any doubt so far what we have seen? Okay, so now next we go with the line chart.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
Am I
please.
audible, Jay?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. What if in case if I'm using the lower version, I just want to use the combo chart?
Okay, fine. Good question. Okay, I'll tell you now. Okay, again, I'll take the same example now. So in case if you're using a lesser version, okay, 2013 and all, we don't find this combo chart. Okay, it won't appear. You want to manually, you want to do it. So how to do this manual work? Okay, which take little time, but not a problem. I'll do it now. First, you want to select this, the data set, and you want to apply a column chart only. Okay, so first you want to select a data set and you want to apply a column chart. See in this example, I can't find my error value because the value is very low. That is why I can't find it. Once my chart has appeared, okay, I want to go for a format tab first. Okay, because to convert my secondary axis, I want to enable few things here. Okay, to enable that, I want to go for a format tab. In the format tab, first you want to select the line, okay, of errors here. I cannot select it here because it is very low. If I want to select my volume, it is easy. While selecting this bars easily, I can select it. But for errors, I can't do it. So I'll go for my format tab. Under format tab, my chart area is selected by default. I'll go with my serious error. Okay, if I do that one, you can see now the serious error are getting selected. Okay, this is the one which is easily selected now. So I want to go for format tab and I want to select only the error line item now. So exactly the value of error has been selected. So after selecting it, I want to go for a format selection. In the format selection, I want to convert that primary axis into a secondary axis. Okay, after selecting that, you want to click a format selection and convert that into a primary axis to secondary axis. When I click this secondary axis, it automatically comes here. Okay, so the secondary axis has been created and the problem is now it has been overlapped. Okay, with my bar diagram, on top of that, my error also is showing here. Okay, now the problem is both are showing in a bar, but I don't want errors in a bar. I want errors in line. So what I'll do, I'll click on the orange line item here. This is my error. Orange is my error here. So selecting this orange, do right click. I'll go for chart to be changed with line. So change chart series and I want to convert this error clustered column into a line diagram. Okay, now this is the way you want to use with manual work when you don't have these type of combo charts. Right? Any doubt as of now?
Where did you select that option, chart option, in the format area?
Okay, so first, in the format you want to go for chart area in CTSL. Click on that, and below to that you have format selection.
Okay.
And then you want to convert that into a Okay, fine. So next we go with another line chart now. Okay, again line chart will be compared if the data set are in a time interval gaps. Okay, this will be used for trend line identifying, and the data structure will keep on changing for every minute, for every second. Then you want to use a line chart. Even this is for again a comparison, but comparison not between years. It will be compared for the data set which is frequently changing on. Every second the data is continuously changing. Every minute the data is continuously changing, which means you want to compare it. In that scenario, you want to use with a line chart. For example, the line charts can be seen in hospitals. If you go for any ECG or a reading machine, it will be in a line way. Pulse will be in a line. Why? Because every time the data will fluctuate. Okay. And if you go for a cricket score, even a cricket score will have a line chart. Why? Because every over, every ball, the runs will be keep on changing. Okay. If you go for a stock market, the price of the stock will goes up and down. That will be denoted in a line chart. Why? Because the time interval, the data structure will keep on changing. Every time that the time interval, the data will keep on changing, which means you want to use with a line chart. Okay, that is a suitable one for you to present it. Okay, now I'll show small example here with line chart, a team A and team B. I'll randomly update it now with some number of overs here. Okay, 5, 10, 15, and 20. I'm going to make some random numbers here. Okay, so now this is my small data set here. Okay, I'll go for a line chart by using this data set now. See, this is way that you want to compare it. Okay, so you can use with a different data set will keep on changing for every minute. Okay, every second, which means you can use these type of informations into a line chart. Okay, you should not use with a comparison for a bar chart here. Okay, instead of bar chart, you want to use with line chart. So line will be suitable for a data set which has very frequently changing it. The time intervals and the data set is frequently changing, then you want to use with a line chart. And next we are going with a pie chart, which is very important here again. This is in the older version. This is called as a one-liner chart. Okay, if you go and keep the cursor on top of this line chart in the pie chart, it shows like a donut chart now. Okay, this shows a donut chart in the newer version. If you go for a lesser version in 2010, 2013, I guess, this shows like a pie chart or one-liner chart it shows. Okay, one-liner means your data set should have only one line item. If you go for a second line item, the chart is not suitable for to do it. Okay, now I'll tell some example how to do and where to use and what is the data set to be applied for a pie chart. First thing, you want to use a one-line data set, okay, that is a whole proportion, 100% proportions of a whole information. Okay, now I'm going to track expenses of a company. Okay, expenses of a company for 1 month for an internal department wise. Okay, I'm going to use this expenses of a company by department, internal department wise. For example, finance department, HR department, admin department, okay, marketing, and then sales, and then L&D. For example, these are the internal departments we have, and for that I'm going to make a random price here. The expenses of each department starts from 1 lakh to 5 lakh, okay, and then I'm going to make, this is a one-line data set. Okay, I should not use the second line item. If I use the second line item, it won't come. Okay, the chart will, by default, it comes for the first line item. It won't take a second line item in pie chart. Okay, the line should be in a horizontal or a vertical. That is not a matter. Okay, it will work in any different way, either in a vertical or in a horizontal. It exactly works. But if it is an horizontal or a vertical, you must require to maintain only one line item. If you go for a second month kind of thing, then it won't work. Okay, first, a lot of people, what they will do, they will apply month year. This is for January month, this is for February month, and they'll apply again for February again here, and they will try to apply a pie chart here. So the pie chart will not work. The pie chart will take only the value of January then. Okay, so February will not be considered in that part. So I'll go with a bar, sorry, I'll go with a pie chart now. Randomly, we have a pie here. Okay, so if I go with pie, it exactly works. So again, you have a standard designs. A templates will be there, chart styles will be there. You can select any chart type that you required. Okay, so it shows with 21% of HR and 21% of marketing. Almost doing a very huge expenses in this example. Okay, this is what for 100% of proportions, easily you can check it. Okay, but now other things will be there in pie chart also. For example, donut chart, which is very simple. Again, it look like a donut kind of thing. That is nothing other than the pie chart. Okay, I'll go for a donut here. It look like this. That's it. Okay, again, in which you will be having some examples with different styles will come by default. It comes here. But what other than this we can do it? We can split the pie chart into a multiple options here. Okay, like this, pie of pie and pie of pie with vertical option. Both that you can do it. What is this pie of pie? Which means, for example, this pie of pie will never be used by many employee in a company. Okay, because that will be a very good example for interlinked departments. For example, now the finance department, HR department, and admin department. Okay, L&D, in which now what I'm going to do, I'm going to categorize here. First itself, I'm going to make a categorize. Like which three importance are very important in a company to track it. Okay, this based on the company will change. Okay, for my data set now, what I'm planning to do, the finance department is one normal, which they don't do much expenses. Okay, the HR department, which is not doing any expenses here. What I'm going to change, I'm going to do the admin department, which is very difficult. Okay, they'll do a lot of expenses. First, I'm tracking the admin, and then I'm tracking the marketing, and then I'm tracking the sales here. And I'll put the L&D into a middle. Now, this is my data set. The last three departments are very important to monitor it in my company. This is my MD has been advised, for example. Okay, now the last three, whatever I'll put, that will come like a pie of pie as default. Okay, if you forgetly apply some different departments in that last three will be linked here. Okay, now see, when I go for finance, HR, L&D, and then admin, marketing, sales are in a separate group. These three are to be monitored in my company in a very effective manner. So I'll go for pie of pie here. When I go for pie of pie, now you can see the finance, HR, and L&D will come in this way. Rest of this big part here, this big part will easily converted into the pie of pie. Okay, now if you want to use this option, now you can see the 45% of this expenses will be taken by only two departments. Okay, which is for marketing and then sales. Okay, this marketing and sales will take almost 45% of my expenses in a company. So I want to continuously track these informations. Why? If they are doing a lot of expenses in marketing and other thing, I must make a revenue in the same side also. Okay, so if no revenue comes, if the expenses of the marketing and sales department is very high, which means a huge loss for a company, right? So any doubt as of now to compare it? So the pi of pi will very helpful for us to make any 2 or 3 departments to be joined together, and it exactly shows you. Okay, so this is one way where you can put the interlinked departments, and or you want to monitor something, that you can do it in the easiest way. Or you want to show some in a group in this way, then you can say 45% of my expenses will be gone by these 2 departments. The rest of the departments are doing with very less expenses. So I can say very easily in this information through a pi of pi, it will be very attractive to show it. Okay, so this is one way of showing your pie chart with a good explanations. Right? Any doubt as of now about it? Okay, next we go with rest of the charts here. Okay, which is we have a lot of new charts here, like tree map option. Okay, this is for hierarchy purposes. Okay, and then we have histograms are there. Histograms, we can use it, or we can go with some scatter charts here. Scatter charts will help you. Or we have a waterfall chart, funnel chart. There are so many other charts for different departments. Okay, I'll show a quick example on few things to understand it easily, how we are doing and where we want to use these charts. Okay, first I'll go for a funnel chart. This will be more helpful for many departments. Okay, first funnel chart is like a technique, kind of a funnel technique, which is used in a marketing department. If you are in a marketing department, you must know about the funnel techniques. Okay, converting my leads into sales. For that, we are using it. Okay, so to make this funnel chart, you require a data set in a proper manner. That is what most important thing. Okay, this can be used in HR department also. Okay, even I can relate you that in HR department to understand it more in a more easiest way. Okay, say for example, now we have an opening for a Java developer. Okay, in your company, just imagine it. Okay, so you are making a post now in a job portals, and the job applicants which comes here. Okay, like applied with 4,000 people. Okay, the job applicants by 4,000 people. So from that, it will continuously keep on coming down one by one. Okay, first step of applying a job through a portal, and then you are trying to match those matching profiles. So the matching profiles are only 2,000 in which. Okay, and 2,000. And then from that matching, I'm going to make a profiles to be shortlisted. Okay, profiles shortlisted, in which only 1,000 profiles. Just for example, I'm doing it. Okay, and then you go and check scheduling interview. Appeared for interview. Okay, appeared for interview, only 500. Okay, so rounds cleared. It will be like only 200. Okay, and then willing to join, only 50. Okay, and then finally joined, only 10. So this is what the exact scenario of HR department. So to place 10 people in their company, they want to work almost 4,000 applications to fulfill the positions for every recruitment. Okay, this can be exactly shown in a funnel chart. Okay, so the effort what they are making is 4,000 thing from 2,000 profiles, they want to start doing it. Okay, they want to analyze it. Okay, but finally only 10 will join. This is the complete hierarchy, starts from different categories, different sectors. Okay, they want to jump from to finally make a join with 10 people. Now this can be exactly shown in a funnel chart. It look like a funnel exactly here, which means it started from filtering with the high value to the low value. It look like a funnel shape. That is why these charts are called as funnel chart in Excel. Okay, this can be exactly used with some standard designs. What are the designs you require? You go and select the styles, and based on the information you want to update it. Okay, instead of showing in a text manner, and going forward, you can start using these type of funnel charts. Okay, this will be very helpful for to see it, how the effort has been put for doing a recruitment work, and finally what they have joined it, what they have get it. Okay, so this is the easiest way to show in a very effective manner, and also this can be used in a marketing department as well. Okay, for example, what marketing department can do, they are converting from leads to sales. Again, that is a very toughest job. Okay, so you have some product here. Okay, first number of people that you want to approach. So people approached in a month. Okay, reached in a month. For example, 5,000 people approached in a month. Okay, and then you can start with shown interest, or replied, or people replied. Okay, people replied, which is only 2,500. And then interested to buy, which is called as your leads. These are potential customers, 1,250. Okay, potential customers. Now, after interested, they will start inquiring about your products. Okay, and only few will be responded for that. Again, they'll go for willing to buy. Willing to buy, it will be like 650. Okay, and then even the people are interested to buy, but they don't have sufficient fund to buy it. Okay, so they put something in on hold. Only few will start buying it. Okay, so after that, they'll ready to pay. Only ready to pay will be like 250. Okay, and finally bought only 150. So if I want to make a sell of this 150 product, at least I want to go and approach with 5,000 people. That is a basic strategy that we want to do it. Okay, so usually this leads can be converted into a sales with only 10%. So if I want to do a sale for 10 people, then I want to connect with 100 potential customers. Okay, which is how many interested. From that 10% will be converted. And to make this leads 100 interested people, I want to again make into a 10%, which means 100 into 10, that is 1,000 people I want to approach to get at least 10 people to be sold. Okay, so the ratio will be the common average 10% will be in a marketing department with standard values. Some company will do with 20%, some company will do with 30%, some company will do with only 6% based on their product and nature of market. Now, even this also can be exactly shown in a funnel chart way. Okay, so look like an exact funnel, and you can use this for different departments. If you have these type of hierarchies, which starts from very high to low, then you want to exactly do it. And main important thing here is you want to categorize this particulars in a correct way. If I put it in a wrong alignments, then the funnel will not work. So you want to make sure it starts from very high to low at ending with. Then you can easily appear, you can prepare with a funnel chart in a very easiest way. So instead of showing the text-based thing, you can show that into a chart-based. Very easy for us to show it. Okay, so any doubt about this funnel chart in Excel?
Hi Jay, this is Mamta here.
Yeah, please.
Just you explained about the example of HR regarding a particular hiring for a Java. So in case, suppose if I have a multiple openings which you have efforts taken, put it into, and which we have to show in the this diagram as what you said, this funnel chart. Can it be possible?
No, for example, if I add one more, if I add one more rows here, it won't be suitable for you to get it. For example,
Okay.
I'm going with another one.
So you meant to say only one efforts at a time, right?
Exactly.
Not a multiple efforts, like a pie chart, what we can consider only for a particular month or particular thing. So unlike the same thing will be applicable for funnel also. You can select only one particular thing at a particular time, right?
Exactly.
Not the multiple things. Is it my understanding is right for this?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So as same
Thank
like
you,
you
Jay.
can, thank you. And as same like you can go with the marketing department also. It will be like a one line item kind of thing, like a pie chart, one liner chart. As same like it exactly works. Okay, so and next we have here is a histogram. Okay, this we'll see it. What is histogram? This can be grouping ways of data that you can see easily. You can see it. Now histogram can be used for grouping purposes. Okay, grouping purpose. Now I'll just make a sale item here. Okay, day wise sale here. Okay, day one, a day wise sale here. What is the sale amount here? Sale amount here. I'll randomly take day 1 to day 20 or something like that. Okay, I'll go for now with almost 66 days of sales which I'm going to track it. So the sale which occurred from 5,000 to 25,000 per day. 5,000 to 25,000 per day. Okay, now I'll just randomly update it. And I'm going to prepare a histogram chart for this. So as I said, histogram, which will appear, which will give only with a grouping way. Okay, grouping one. I'll go for histogram. I'll make a group now. See here how this appears. The group will start from 5,462 to 10,762. What does this mean? That by default, it comes with 4 different groups here. From 5,000 rupees to 10,762 rupees, we have almost 21 days that we have sold with 5,000 to 10,000 group. More than 20,000 to 26,000, we have sold almost 13 days in our history. Okay, so we can easily make a group here. Okay, the price by default, it takes the accesses here. By default, it takes access. If you want to make with 0 to 5,000, 5,000 to 10,000, something like that, if you want to make that, then your data set want to update it in the right way. First, I'll go for format access. Format access, you can see by default, it takes the bins will be taking with by default 5,300 bins here. First, click on the bin width and make that with 5,000. That is the first step that you want to do. Now you can see 5,462 to 10,462 and then 10,462 to 15,462. But again, you want to start with 0, which means here it is not possible. Based on your data set only it works. Okay, so what you want to do now, again, you can make one more bins here. 4 bins are there. I'm going to change that with 5 bins. Okay, 5 bins. Now 5,000 to 9,261 and then 9,000 to 10,000, something like that. It by default it comes. Okay, now I'll make this again with 5,000. The bins are in now 5,000. 5,000 and I'm going to change the number. Someday there will be no sale at all. For example, day 3 it is 0. If I put 0, then the 0 will be started here. Now you can see 0 to 5,000, we have 1 line item. 5,000 to 10,000, 18 line items are there. 10,000 to 15,000 sale, 17 days we have done with 5,000 to 10,000. 15,000 to 20,000, we have almost 12 days are there. So you can make this into a exact group. This can be used for any purposes in any department. If you want to make that into a group purposes, then you can use with the histogram option to use it in the very easiest way. Okay, and 20,000 to 25,000, almost 18 days are there, which is the highest sale in our company. Okay, so you can easily make a group of your data set for student marks or for a sales amount or for expenses also. Even that expenses also can be applied. Instead of sales amount, I can make this as expenses, which means these are the expenses we are doing it. Okay, the 20,000 to 25,000, very high. 18 days we are doing expenses more than 20,000. Okay, which means easily you can get 3,60,000 rupees spent in that particular area itself. So use easy to make a group to do this histogram charts. Okay, and next we go with waterfall. If you have waterfall, you can make with some project kind of thing that you can use it. Okay, this is again shows the cumulative effect of a series of positive and negative values. Okay, this can be tracked with again in a financial department for doing with expenses and incomes for a particular based project. For that you can use with waterfall. So the waterfall can be applied in different manner. Based on your data set, you can apply with any changes. The chart will start working in that part. Okay, but as of now, I'll go for a random one. Okay, I'll take a random example here about my a bank statement, which I want to check it now. Okay, just for example. So the amount which is available in my bank on 1st of 2022. 2022. Okay, just for example. Okay, it is like 15,000. Okay, this is what I have given here. From here, I'm going to track it completely. Okay, I'm going to track it with these options. Okay, I'm going to track it for 16 days or 15 days here. And I'm going to make a different debit and credits, the expenses and incomes in my account, which I'm going to manually change it. Okay, after 15,000, the 10,000 will be deducted. Okay, again 25,000 will be credited. Okay, again 8,000 will be debited. Again 4,000 will be debited. And then 35,000 will be credited. So I'll be doing with a lot of credits and debits here for these dates here. I'll randomly doing it now. So plus 800 and then minus 2,500 plus 4,500 minus 3,800 and plus 150. Okay, now this is my data set. For example, I'll go for this data set with a waterfall chart. Now you can see how does it look. Okay, so it starts from my first day of this one. Okay, from 15th onwards. From that, it exactly goes on. Okay, you can add your own data at last also. For example, I want to add one more data here. Okay, that is my last date, 16th total. 16th, I want to make a total here, accumulated total of all these expenses. I'll do just sum of all the values. Sum of all the values. 35 is there now, right now, which means I'm just going to make the 35 here. So 35, I'm just going to drag including the last date, 15. Okay, now you can see it starts from the first one, 15,000, and then now it ends with 35,750. The chart which is going on. Okay, you can make any expenses here completely if you put all the things are into a negative manner, which the charts will be showing like a waterfall. It goes up and down. A fluctuations will give you. This is suitable for a project management. Real estate examples. If you take some real estate, the fund will come at only one time. After that, the complete expenses will be there. Very, very big expenses. Okay, so you can use these type of waterfall example for any financial departments, even for first personal thing or for any department wise in any industry that you can do it. Okay, so now if I reduce this 35 to 5,000 rupees, now you can see exactly from few days it starts high. After that, the starts will come down here. Okay, which means these are the dates which has a lot of expenses from up to down. It comes continuously. Okay, again, if you want to increase something from day 10, suddenly 50,000, which is I'm going to credit it. Now you can see from slowly it comes here. Again, it starts from the ending one to high one. So it starts growing. Now we have a lot of revenue in our hand. You can easily see it with these examples. Okay, so this will be suitable for a multi-days here. If you go for any projects, 6 months projects will be there. You want to track all the 6 months information completely to be shown in a waterfall chart. If I go and compare this for line chart wise, this is no meaning at all. It doesn't give any meaning. Okay, which is no easy for us to compare it. It should look like this one. Okay, so the chart will not in a visible manner, and it is not suitable for these examples. So that is why we are going with day-wise comparison to show that in a waterfall chart. So it starts from very high value to low value. By default, it comes. Easily you can do it. Okay, if you want to show that in very high values, then you can see now, I'll simply extend the line item here. Okay, now I'll go for up to 21st of April 2022. I'm going to add a random value here. So first, just imagine I'll start with 50,000 and then I'm going to make a random values here. Minus 10,000 rupees or minus 20,000 rupees to I'm going to make with 25,000 plus. Okay, so randomly it is going to update it. Now for all these areas. So RAN between has been updated. Now the RAN between updated, I'm going to make this RAN between to be applied in my chart. Okay, it has been extended till this range. I'll go to extend with till April 24. Okay, till last. Okay, now it has done. And see, the chart will look like this. Okay, so the unfortunate thing is, as you know, the data bars, line items will be there. Just remove those things. I don't want this line items. Okay, it look like this. Now, from day 1 to day 24, from day 1 to February of 8th, the line items, the expenses are in very low. From this 8th onwards, continuously we are getting a lot of revenues. So it is keep on increasing our revenue, which is going on in a very high trend now. So far it ends with, now it is with some 5,000, something like that. So you can exactly do it what it is. So finally you can go with any changes what you have. But if you have a trending line items with multiple expenses like this, you can exactly show it in the right way. Okay, but suitable for us to compare it for only 12 months or only for 10 days or only for 15 days something. If you have a larger data, it will be showing like a cumulative kind of thing. So you want to make sure add a cumulative sequence again to that, and then you can apply with the bar waterfall chart. Okay, this can be shown in a different way, very different way in multiple companies. Based on their own perception, different conditions can be applied. After that, they will make a chart. Okay, and next we can go with other different charts where with stock related, if you required, with financial informations, exact data set is required to apply it, those things. Or you can go with some scatter charts if you require. Okay, scatter charts can be shown for some X and Y axis will be plotted like a graphs here. If you require those type of things, that you can do it. Okay, this is a normal example where you can go for Excel example with HR. If you go with bell curve appraisal methodology can be used for a scatter chart. Okay, so that will be helpful for you to do with a scattered with the X and Y values for different proportions. For that, we can use with scatter chart as well. And next we have a map chart. As I said, map chart. This is a new one from 2016 onwards. We have a 3D map and normal map. We have it. Okay, normal map first we will see it, and then we will go with 3D maps. Okay, first we go with a normal map. This map is produced by a Bing software. Okay, Bing search engine. Right now we are using with the Google search engine, but now this is done by a Bing search engine. By default, it is powered by Bing. Okay, now the problem here is when I apply a country-wise data, it exactly identify, it exactly plotting the informations through a Google automatically powered by Bing. It exactly works. But if I go for any state-wise or a district-wise, then the information will not be shown in a proper way. Okay, so first I'll go with country-wise at first to show an example. I'll go for country, and then I'll go for a population in the country. Okay, randomly I'm going to update it. Okay, USA, United States, and then United Kingdom, and then India, and then we have China, France, Germany, Italy, and then we have Brazil. Okay, something like that. Now you can see different countries are there. For that, I'm going to add a random population here. Okay, from 10,000 to 5,000, 50,000. Okay, now the random population has been updated for all the areas. Okay, now when I go for a map chart, it exactly started filling. Now you can see. So the map chart has been updated. This can be used for any different purposes. For example, you have a different location in your services you are giving in a global, across global MNC companies. How many number of employees are there in United States? How many number of employees are in United Kingdom, in India, and so on? You can easily go for it. Okay, so you can show your employee count or the team which is available in different departments with different countries. Then you can show those things also in a world map area here. So the population can be exactly filled by a gradient fill option. So the gradient fill will give a light color for the least value, light blue color, and the dark blue color for the highest value. By default, the gradient legend will be work on If you want to change anything, different colors, then you can change it. As I said, this is a customized map, like an image, so you can do any customizations. For example, I'll go for a random color to be filled. Okay, so the random color to be filled here with some different colors, or with some light colors if you want to go with light colors. And then even the background area of chart has been changed, and each and every country colors also you can change it, because this is comes under gradient fill, some of the countries which is not showing here in a proper way. So we can manually go and select. For example, I'll select India. Okay, I'll go with some green color here default. Okay, so this is one way. And again, I'll go for a Brazil, and this is the highest population it shows in this example. So I'll go and make that with red color. Okay, so you can change manually your colors for your entire areas, entire countries in the easiest way. That you can easily do it. Okay, so this is the world map chart. Once it has been done, now you can see it shows with Power by Bing as default. Okay, so you can make this into a picture. Easily you can copy this picture and you can paste it in your PowerPoint presentation or body of the email, wherever you require it. So the world map will work exactly when you apply with country. When you go for state-wise here, it doesn't appear. Okay, it doesn't show any values at all. Okay, maybe, for example, I'll take one more thing. I'll go with a quick example now. I'll go for India. I'm going to add a state here randomly. Okay, so by which I'll go with a very random of a state now. Okay, state like okay, and then I'll go with Delhi. Okay, randomly I'll update it, and I'll go with this information to be applied for my map chart. Now you can see it shows with exactly with Tamil Nadu has been populated and Maharashtra will be populated, but Delhi is missing over here. Small line items will be there. Okay, based on the population it shows. In between India alone, it exactly shows with India alone. If I go for some other states here in India, it is not plotting in the right way, because the information of that one which shows very low one, it is not properly selecting like the same thing here because of the data grid line. Okay, so that is most important thing. Again, if you go for a state wise or a district wise from the state, you want to copy one more thing, one more line item, and you want to add a state here, and then you want to plot it. But problem is it won't identify much of the states which is in a Google, which is not in the registered manner. Okay, that is why it is not showing those things. Even if I tried with some postal codes, some of the postal codes are identified in India, which is very easy, but some of the postal codes are not identified, so it is not working in a proper way. Okay, that is why we are using with a chart here. Okay, line chart, or you can go with a world map, or you can go with 3D world map. Even both also will work in the same way. Right, so any doubt as of now about it?
Jay, this is Kanchan.
Yeah,
I have a doubt. Is this supportable to the older versions? Like you said, if I'm not wrong, you said no for 2013.
yeah, it won't show anything. You can't do that.
Is there any add-in options for this?
Okay, see, we can use some Google Maps directly. Okay, instead of Excel, we have a googlemap.com, I think, which is available, I guess. I'll just try to get it 1 minute. Okay, Google Maps India, if you go with that, maps.google.com. Okay, this is an online version where you can create some charts through an online itself. Okay, like a Google form. You can plot all your informations into an online mode, and then you can use it exactly with sharing a link kind of a thing. Okay, maybe I'll just tell you 1 minute. mymaps.com, I guess. Okay, mymaps.google.com, that you want to sign in at first. Okay, this will be used for plotting your areas by your own. Okay, this is what I have done earlier. Okay, this is one which I own for my Google Maps for us by own. Okay, this is a free version only. You can download it. You can easily share those informations. Now, sales region, which I have done in last year. This is in an online map. Okay, you can go and use this option. Maps, to create a new map option, you will be getting a region like this. After you did, you can go for sales region, and I have plotted few informations in India with based on the postal codes. Here there are so many other options are there. You can import a file, Excel file here directly. Okay, with CSV mode or Excel spreadsheet mode. Okay, in that way I have uploaded it here. Okay, I have uploaded only few pin codes with some information. For example, if I click this Gujarat, it shows what is the name of that employee, HR name of that employee in that region. Okay, if I go for West Bengal, the employee name which shows here. Okay, and if I go for a Punjab, then the employee name will go here. Something like that, you can easily maintain it. In this is in a complete online mode. Okay, you can easily make a zoom and you can easily make a zoom out also. So in my India, I have 8 branches are there in my company. Then you can put all the employee on the Google map itself and put the name of the employee and mobile number of the employee and email ID of the employee in the online map itself. Okay, so that you can share this link to anybody you require. If you want to share like this, just click on the share option. You can link can be created by anyone, or you want to use that for internet purposes, or directly you can copy this link and you can paste it. You can send it to anyone. Okay, easy way to use like a Google map, Google Forms, same like a forms can be uploaded. Okay, if you go for import option, it exactly shows either from a Google Drive you can load it, or you can upload a file here. The file will be like simply in the same way. You want to add a code number and what is the value for that, what is the name for that, exactly you can do it. When I go for a preview option, now you can see this is the preview option which shows on. This is the sales wise by region. This has been viewed by 15 people because I have not shared with anyone. This is a personal thing, private kind of thing. Okay, if you want to edit something, go for edit option. Now you can manually go and edit it, whatever you required it. Okay, this is one way where you can use this one. Use this Google online map option for a free, but with the help of Gmail account, I have done it. But if you have a Google Workspace account, then you can use this map in a free manner again. Right? Any doubt as of now?
No.
Okay, so in Excel, but we can't do it. Only from 2016 onwards, we have found this map option. Okay, map chart option. Okay, so now next, I think we can take a quick break now, 10-minute break, and then we will see what is a world map, 3D maps, and then sparkling charts, and we go start with the data analysis. Okay, so time is 8:36 now. we will be back again with 8:46. Okay, I'll be on mute now. Okay, fine. I think we can start now. So next we go with 3D map here. Okay, again 2019 version, we have a 3D map. I'll be taking a country again with population, and I'll go for a 3D map here. So it comes like a separate Excel file kind of a thing. Okay, like a model, data model, it comes here. Okay, now we can see the data model is loading. It creates a chart in like a Excel sheet, a spreadsheet kind of a thing. Okay, now we can see a new sheet has been created here with 3D map option. Okay, the one that we are working, which is here now. Okay, see, this is day 4 that we are working, and you can find one more 3D map sheet which comes automatically. So the 3D map also can be used to rotate yourself. Okay, like a 360-degree rotations can be done in a map, and you can see it. Okay, like a flat map kind of thing. Okay, and you can do like a zooming. Okay, like same like Google Map, you can make zoom and you can see your informations, you can see your data. Okay, and along with that, you can go on create the map with the label, which means the exact country name will show. Okay, exactly, it shows with the same informations, and even without a label, you can manually you can see it. And you can plot your information also. Right now, I have loaded some countries with small data set, population data set I have done. Okay, I want to show all these informations. Here you can see a small dot which shows here, a small dot which shows here, like a blue color kind of a thing, which is a plotted area here, it shows here, because that is in a visualization of stacked column. That is why it shows like this way. Okay, when I go in depth about it, the line item dot will show like a small bar. Okay, this is the bar which is showing here. Okay, for India. And instead of that, what you can do, you can go and change the data set, the series with a region option. Okay, visualization to region here. When I do region here, now exactly, it will be colored something automatically. Now, the plot what we have done with few countries here, okay, like USA and then Brazil and then China and then India, Italy, German, all those things will be here. Okay, so you can use this last option to show exactly. If you go for other options here, it won't show in a proper way. Okay, you want to zoom it and you want to see it, then only it is visible, unless it won't be visible. So you can use these options to exactly show it. And also in China, the country, it shows the China here. The location you can see here, this is a tiles kind of a thing, which works on the fields will be showing here. The layer will be showing here with only one country and then China. If you want, you can add all these things here. Okay, location has been added. If you want one more fields to be added, you can go and add whatever you require. Population to be added. Click on the population. Okay, now you can see when I click India here, it shows with the population along with that. Okay, so these are the informations which show, and different populations can be added, and what are the regions we have, all those things you can add it with other values, other categories, times, all those things can be done. Okay, and it's look like a separate file. If you want, you can save that file and you can use it up. So now I'll just make a close now. This is only in 2019 it works. It will not work in any other versions. And next important, which is sparkling charts. Okay, most suitable for all departments, specifically for a financial department or a team with data handling. Okay, that can be easily shown with a number of informations in a month. For that, sparkling charts are most helpful. Okay, this is otherwise called as mini chart in Excel. Okay, this is a mini chart in Excel. You can see the sparkling charts are mini charts placed in a single cells, which means it won't come like an image. Okay, it won't come like an image. It will come like a small picture, graphical interface picture in a single cell. Okay, in a single cell it will come. It won't come in a picture kind of a thing. Okay, now I'll create a small data set. For 6 months, I'm going to compare my expenses of a company. Okay, this is what I'm going to do now. Okay, January, Feb, March, April, May, and June. Okay, and I'm going to track some expenses, random, regularly happened expenses, fixed expenses in my company. Okay, like rent and then we have a salary to be paid, tax to be paid, and then we have stationary expenses, and then we have travel expenses, we have telephone expenses. Okay, we have employee welfare expenses. Okay, so many expenses are there in a company. Okay, if you take a P&L account, you can find almost 400 plus line items are there. Different GL accounts will be there to track all your expenses. Okay, now I'm going to do the same expenses, small set of expenses here from 1,000 to 5,000 here. Okay, now I'm going to compare it here. I'm going to compare it. Since this information is going to compare, I can use a bar diagram in the column chart option. If I go with that, it won't see in a proper way. I cannot see it. I can compare it. The information will be in a picture, but huge number of information, huge number of line items also will be there. So from 2016 onwards, we have this part line charts options are available. Okay. Even if you're using some 2003, some premium versions, you can find this chart, Sparkline charts, which is available in a Excel sheet. Okay, now this is again, as I said, mini chart. It will be applied in a small cell itself. In this cell itself, you can apply it. Okay, and other thing, important thing, in which again 3 different types are there. One is line, one is column, and win or loss option. Okay, so line can be used to compare your informations, in a line bar kind of a style. Again, same column to be compared in a column based kind of thing. Okay, in which column is more suitable for us to do it. Okay, first I'll apply with line chart. Very simple chart this is. Only thing you want to do, one small selection is required. That is enough. Okay, when I click this line chart, now you can see it creates a chart here. It's created a chart here where you required. For example, I'll go with again. Now the cursor I have selected in M4. You can see the cell, active cell, which is M4 now. Okay, and now go for line chart. The M4 will automatically get selected based on your cursor what you have selected. Okay, it comes automatically. Now only thing, the data range you want to add it from January to June, which I'm going to add it. Okay, simply when I do that one, now you can see a small line appears in the small cell. Okay, you can extend the size of the cell, and even if you want, you can change any colors for this line item. Okay, now I'll go with the spark line area, separate tab. Okay, I can make the cell lines, spark lines with a different color. This is one green color which I applied, and the line width line of this one, I can extend it. Okay, I'll go for the width height of this line with 3 centimeter. Okay, something like that. I can easily do it. Now the advantage here is by seeing this line item with this image, I can compare it. Okay, it starts from very high from January, and then during the middle month it comes low, and again it starts growing it. Again it's coming down. So the sequence of this line item can be easily compared. Even only for 3 months, if you want to compare, you can easily compare it. Okay, now as I said, this is a cell kind of a chart. Then easily you can drag it for rest of the items. Okay, now you can see in the salary part, it starts from very high and then it continuously comes down. Again, it starts going very high. Okay, if the line item, if the expense is the same, for example, 10 employees in a company, okay, the 10 will be in a same salary for every month without any hike. Okay, and the 10 will not get resigned. All 10 will be in a live employee. Then the salary of the company, which is 50,000 for 10 employees, just for example, in all the month, which means it comes like a direct straight line. Okay, which means the expenses for this line item, which is a straight line, even the month will be same. Okay, so in that scenario, you don't want to use these line items. You can directly skip this line item and you can go away. Okay, that is why we are using these number of charts here. Okay, Sparkline will help you to see the trend of the expenses, the data set in a very easiest way. Especially this will be helpful for financial purposes because we are doing a 400 plus line item in a P&L account to compare it for every month with the last 6 months, with the last 12 months, because we are comparing it. That is why we are doing it. Another advantage is what we can do in the Sparkline charts. I can find my high point value also, which means when I click this high point value, now you can see all those high points are shows in red by default. In which the first example, January month is the highest one in the red. Rest of the months are very low. Here, all will be very high because the straight line will be there. That is why. in the tax, we have done this with 5th month or 4th month. That will be the highest one in the tax pay. In stationery, all are less except the last month. Easily you can see the spot line here. Okay, this a small red color data set will work. If you want, you can mark your low point also. Go for low point. Again, the low point will be in red color. You can change the color here in the marker. Okay, low point to be appeared in blue, something like that. You can apply it. Now you can see all these are applied with blue. Okay, this is one way that you can easily show your charts. Okay, spark line charts. Even now, next other important thing. This is can be compared in a same column chart. Even the column is more suitable for any example like this, for any data sets, because even line also, which is really difficult to understand which month it is high, which month it is low, but the trend can be easily analyzed. But in the column chart, exactly we can plot on, okay, like plotting your highest point and low point in a very effective manner. Okay, I'll go for insert at first. I'll go with column chart. Okay, I'll go with column chart and the data range. So the selected data range is now from January to June. Okay, and then now you can see it comes with a small 6 bar diagram, 6 bars here, because they are comparing 6 based on the data set. It exactly works. And now when I compare, easily I can drag it for the next 6 months. Another advantage here is when I go for high point, automatically the red point will come. So I can compare it easily in the month of 4th, because that is the 4th bar. 4th bar has very high number of volume. Okay, high number of expenses has been done specifically for this data set. So I can easily compare to other months. In the month of April only, we have done a lot of expenses, because that only shows with very high number of expenses for many line items. Okay, so stationery also we can check it. Very low it comes suddenly in the month of 6, which is very high. We can ask a justification why the 6th month of stationery expenses are very high. What is the reason for it? Okay, so we want to do a proper financial analysis and come up with a justification for that expenses. Okay, so such kind of thing can be easily applied. You can check it by data set wise. Okay, easy to compare it. You can apply that with department wise attrition also in Excel in a HR department. So put all the department wise and month wise and then attrition rates. Very easy to spot on which department are very high attrition rates are there. Okay, even by manager wise also you can apply it. Put all the manager names and month of 6 and apply all the attrition rates. Which manager comes under more attrition rate problem? Okay, you can take a lot of analysis with the help of these charts in a very easiest manner. Okay, even a marketing also you can do it. Okay, you can put a lot of products and you can apply all the products with how many number of count has been sold. You can easily check it. Okay, any comparison purposes, we can use this spark line chart in an effective manner. Right? Any doubt as of now? Okay, next last is we have a win or loss. So this can be used for some positive and negative values. Both we can use it up. Okay, let's say some project names which I'm going to apply it. Okay, so projects are in over budget or less than the budget. Okay, project 1, project 2, something like that, which I'm going to drag it. Okay, simply I'm going to drag it, in which I'm going to make a random value. So the projects will be exceeded with minus 50,000 rupees, 50,000 rupees to plus 50,000 rupees. Just for example, I'm updating it. Okay, now some values are in negative, some values are in positive. Okay, to compare this, I can easily use with win or loss chart. I don't want to use a column chart. I don't want to use a line chart, because positive negative values are there, which is very difficult to compare it. That is why we required win or loss chart, which will exactly help me. Okay, I'm tracking these information. When I go for this Jan to June, it shows exactly where are the positive values are there. That will be in the blue color. All negative values are in red color by default. Okay, now you can easily compare it. You can see which project has a lot of reds. The 7th projects are in completely in minus. Okay, which is in completely in red, which means this project has never make any only 1 month has been done with a profit, which is in February month. Rest of all the month are going in a over budget. you can easily use these charts to compare it, okay, with higher budget with low budget, or positive or profit or loss in that month. You can easily use this option to spot on. Instead of reading this text, it will be more easiest way to see this chart and to compare it. Okay, so in case if one project which completely into a positive, okay, now I'll make this sixth project which is completely into a positive. Okay, now we can see exactly there is no negative which is showing here, which means this is a perfect one, sixth project which is going in a full profit manner. So that is the way that you want to show your data set for easiest purpose. Instead of reading a text, it is easy for us to see an image or a chart to understand our data set in a quick way. That is why we are using a Sparkline charts here to compare it. Okay, so any doubt as of now about the charts?
Jay, this is Kanchan. I have a doubt. Say, for example, there are two managers under whom these a set of 7 projects are running.
Okay.
Manager A is running all 7 projects. Manager B is also running a different set of 7 projects. So
Okay.
can we relate their progress or sort of a financial analysis and relate it through using any relationship option?
Relationships we can't do it. If you want to do those things, you want to display all those things into a proper table with manager A and manager 1 and manager 2, and then put all the project names, and then you want to compare it. But mostly, as I said, comparison, definitely the bar diagram which is suitable for you to compare it. So you can apply 2 different data set in the same thing, and you want to compare with the bar only.
Okay.
So if you go with this Sparkline charts, this will be only for a data purposes. If it is in a numeric way for some certain months, then you can use that one to see it. Okay, so if you want to make connection with both the two, then you want to use the 2 data set into a table manner, and then try to go with a slicers mode, or you can go with a normal comparison chart only. We cannot use a Sparkline chart to compare it.
Okay. Thanks, Jay.
Yeah, fine. So about this win or loss, it will be definitely required with a negative value, unless it won't work it. Okay, so negative, without negative value, it won't be in a proper way to use it. Okay, so that is for profit and loss, or over exceeding our budget, that you can check it. Or you have some target, whether achieving a target or not, that you can check for a marketing department. Those things can be used at here.
So Jay, in short, the win and loss sparklines are used in order to determine whether the example project is doing good or not, whether we should go ahead with it or not. These are the things which can be, determined from this. Is it I'm right?
Yes, exactly.
To find out the feasibility of a certain things, whether it's feasible to continue the same or stop the same at the same time, right?
Exactly. That is what. If it goes continuously in a negative way, why do you want to continue it?
Exactly.
We can directly go for and ask what is the reason for this particular project, why it is completely in loss.
To conclude and take a decision based on that, right?
Exactly. If you want to display those things into a chart manner only, as an high level management, they can understand about the projects unless they don't know anything.
Got Jay.
That's why we are doing it.
Yes, Jay. Got it. Thanks.
Okay, now next we are entering into our data analysis. Okay, so first to start with Power Query and then data analysis. First, you want to understand about what is Power Query. Okay, and then how we are going to do a data analysis in that part. And as for we have one more hour which is pending now, still more, and try to complete at least few things in this part, and then we can continue in the rest of the days. Okay, about understanding this Power Query, this will be called as a transformation engine. Okay, if you go for Power Query, this is available in Excel from 2016 onwards. Okay, it will be available under Data tab, under Get Data, Launch Power Query Editor will be there. Okay, so sometimes in the older version, we have a option here called Launch Query. Okay, something like that it will be there. Okay, if you have this query option, then you can easily use this Power Query Editor in the versions. Okay, now this will be called as ETL. Okay, I'll tell you what is ETL. this is a separate tool which is in market. There are so many ETL tools are there in a market. I'll tell you one by one. First, Power Query will be used for a transformation engine. Okay, transform engine. And then this ETL is otherwise called as E for extract, T for transform, and then L for load. Okay. So this Power Query is available in both Excel and Power BI. Okay. So if you go for Power BI, it will be again with the help of Power Query only we are going to edit it. Power BI is a very a powerful tool to do a data visualization and make connections with more than 150 databases in a very easiest way. Okay, so that is available here. It will look like this here. This is a desktop version of Power BI. Okay, you can use some license version, online version also can be used. Okay, so Power BI is a separate language you want to read and you want to understand about the data visualizations. Very effectively you can do it. That is one thing. Second thing, as I said, ETL means extract, transform, and load. Okay, you are doing data extraction and data transformation and data loading to it. Okay, so this data extractions where we can do, for example, we are extracting a data from any databases like SQL or SAP or Oracle. There are so many databases are there. Okay, you can do any databases. From that you are extracting your information. And here we require a database as a must one. Okay, from that only we are doing an extraction. Even from online also you can extract it easily. One thing. Second thing, transformation. In this transformation only we are using with Power Query, which is we are transforming our data. After extracting an information, we are going to do some transformations. Okay, this is with the help of Power Query we are doing with Power Query. Okay, and then finally loading an information either in Excel or in Power BI report view. Okay, Power BI report view. So either you can use it in Excel or Power BI. Wherever you require, you can do it. Even a Tableau, that is one of the data visualization tool which is competing with Power BI. Okay, so you have a lot of tools in market, Likely View, okay, SAS, SSIS, SSBI. There are so many other things are there. We can use it for our data visualizations. But Power BI is the most trending one. Why? Because that is relevant to Microsoft. Same like Excel, we have so many information. If you know Excel very well, you can easily use the Power BI by doing a self-learning. Okay, this is called as SSBI, otherwise called as SSBI. This is BI means Business Intelligence Tool. SSBI means Self-Service Business Intelligence Tool. Okay, so easily you can use Power BI. Only the problematic thing you will acquire in data modeling and data transformation through a DAX function. That two things only is difficult. But easily you can make a dashboard report if you know Excel very well. Okay, I'll tell you how to all these things to do it. Okay, fine. Now, as I said, ETL, extract, transformation, to load, you are using these options to do it. I'll explain you that in a very simple way to understand it in a very easiest way. What is this ETL tool first? Okay, E for extract. Okay, as I said, E for extract. What I'm going to do, we have a well in home, okay, which is a water to be extracted from this option. Okay, extracted. Okay, that is called extraction. From here it is database. From here it is from well. We are going to take a water from the well. We are extracting it. Okay, and we are doing transformation. Next is transformation. What we can do with that water? So we are trying to connect with RO purifier. Okay, that is based on our requirement. We are doing a transformations. Okay, that is the transformations here, transformation stage. And after transformation, what we are doing, we are loading to either a water can or a bottle. Okay, so this is for our drinking purposes. So something like that, the same thing can be applied in the same data set here. Data from extraction from any SQL software, okay, or from a third-party databases. From that, we are extracting it. After extracting, we are doing a Power Query. With the help of Power Query, we are transforming. This is RO purifier kind of a thing, which is Power Query. Okay, why? Because when loading it, it is coming with 25 fields, 25 columns in a report. After doing this Power Query, I'm trying to make that with 10 field. So with the help of this Power Query, I can easily transform based on my requirement. And then finally, I'm loading into an Excel sheet. Okay, this is what a Power Query, right? So any doubt as of now about Power Query?
No, Ajay.
Okay, fine. Now, so after extracting this, what I can do an automation kind of thing. For example, this query will place in my Excel sheet as always with a direct connection. Okay, it won't get affected until you remove it. Okay, so from next day onwards, what I can do, I can simply go and refresh it. I don't want to do any other thing. Easily it works. Okay, for example, I'll prepare one small payroll calculation here. Okay, like an automated way. With the help of Power Query, it will do everything by its own. You don't want to do it. At least one time, the first time that you want to do manually. From next time onwards, simply hitting a refresh button, it will automatically do all the things. Okay, first I'll prepare a data set. I'll go for a new sheet to prepare a data set. This file is going to be loaded in my Power BI. Sorry, in a Power Query. Okay, in a Power Query, I'll tell you how to load it. First, I'll take a small example, serial number, employee ID, and what is the basic salary for that employee. Okay, and if you require, you can go and change the designations and then the experience if you require, and then the location if you require. Okay, so randomly I'll update it. I'll quickly fill this information by randomly. Okay, I'll take some example here. I'll put with 56 employees and I'll take a random employee ID. Plus one, I'll take a random employee ID here. Okay, and the designation which I'm going to use with choose function. Okay, all these functions which I'll help you in the upcoming session how to fill through a text-based one. Okay, so I'll tell you in the upcoming session about these functions. So choose with run between. I'm going to apply with a manager role. And then I'm going with assistant manager. I'm going with the team lead. I'm going to make with senior executive and then executive. Okay, 5 values which I'm going to fill it. So it will automatically fill my 5 values to the entire sheet. Okay, now this function will explain you in the upcoming one. Okay, experience which I'm going to make ran between, since this is a number, directly I'll put 1 year to 10 years experience we have it. So this has been filled. And then again, location, I'll go for choose, ran between 1 to 7 locations are there. I'll go with Bangalore, then Chennai. I'll go with Mumbai. I'll go with Delhi. I'll go with Kolkata. I'll go with Punjab. I'll go with Hyderabad. Okay, so now 7 location has been filled. That will be filled randomly. Okay, now it is done. And I'll go with the basic salary. So the basic salary starts from 5,000 rupees to 50,000 rupees. So now as an HR, what I'm planning to do, this is the information which I'm going to load it. Okay, rest of the other salary component, I'm not going to load anything. With the help of this basic salary, the other salary component like HR, HRA, PF, ESI, gross pay, bonus, special allowance, incentives, all those things which I'm not going to do anything. Directly, I'm going to load this file into my Excel sheet. Okay, in my Excel with Power Query option. Okay, and then I'm going to try to create some calculative columns with the help of Power Query. Okay, my source file is this one, which I'm going to save this file in a folder. Okay, I'll go for the folder. I'll try to create this as a payroll file. Just for example, payroll file. Okay, now it has done. No other informations are available. Okay, and it is consist of 56 employees so far. Okay, I'm going to close this file. Now see here, I'll go for a new sheet. I'm going to include the sheet here. Okay, so with the help of Power Query, first you want to take a file here to make connections. Okay, or go for Power Query editor directly. Okay, go for launch a Power Query editor. Click on that. Now the Power Query editor will be opened. Okay, now you can see this is the Power Query editor. And as of now, there is no query, which is 0 here. First, you want to make a file to be connected. Go for a new source in the home tab. Okay, and you will be having a file. Either you can upload Excel file or XML file or text file, or from database you can connect with SQL or MS Access or direct analysis services, or from web also you can take it. Okay, different types of analysis you can take it. Now I'll go for an Excel file only because the payroll file which I want to select it. Now I'll go for payroll file to be imported. Now you can see the file is getting loaded here and it shows 2 sheets here in the payroll file. I want the first sheet that to be uploaded. This is one which I want to upload it. It is correct. And now I'm going to click OK to upload it. Okay, now you can see the Power Query comes here automatically. The table, this is called a DAX function. As I said, in Power Query, we are using a query language. Okay, this is the DAX language. DAX means data analysis expression. Okay, DAX means data analysis expression. That is called a DAX. Okay, now this is a table which is automatically connected. My sheet name comes automatically here. Okay, I'll go for changing a sheet name. Either here you can change it, or in the property of this one that you can change it. Okay, I'll go for sheet name to be removed. Going for Indian payroll. Okay, Indian payroll. The file sheet name which I'm going to change it. Now, after I did it, you can see the source here. The source has been taken from my system. The navigations will come automatically. Okay, this is the navigation, and promoted headers will come automatically. Change type will come automatically. Okay, so these steps will come automatically because in Power Query, we cannot use Control Z. If you do something, we cannot undo it. You cannot apply redo it. Only option here to apply the steps will be there. You want to remove this option. By doing this into mark, you can just close this activity. If I do any changes here, you can use this option to close it. Okay, this is the way that you want to do it. And here, with the help of add column, you can add multiple columns here. Okay, with conditional format, conditional column, with index value, the duplicate values, or new functions can be used. We have same Excel functions are available in Power Query also. With the DAX language. Okay, so similar to 60 to 70% of functions will be in the same in Power Query and Power BI DAX functions. Okay, so you can use those things also. I'll tell you how to use it. First, the connection is done and the values are updated now. Okay, now next go for calculation. The calculation mode, new column to be added. Okay, either a custom column or invoke with custom functions. Okay, I'll go for custom column at first. The column name what it is asking. Okay, I want to use the HRA. HRA is the new component, salary component. Here I'm going to write my basic salary. Double click it here, it will come automatically here. Okay, basic salary into 40% of my value is my HRA. Okay, so I'm going to insert that one, and you can directly use this one. And you can see in Power Query and Power BI, it shows the error because if you use with percentage. So you should not use percentage here. You want to use exactly with 0.4. That is 40%. Okay, so now there is no syntax error has been detected. It is ticked here. Okay, so directly you can use this method. Don't use percentage here. Now, when I click OK, now you can see exactly basic salary plus 40%. The new column has been added. Okay, and so on. You want to see now this is a new column added here, custom column. In case if you don't want it here, when you press Ctrl Z, it won't work. You want to use this added column to be removed. Okay, if you uncheck this one, it won't be removed. And other advantages, when you create a query, what are the changes that you do? That will be applied in the applied steps. Exactly, it will be saved. In case the query has been prepared by someone in your team, even he is not more, then not a problem. Okay, you can see this applied step option by seeing what are the activities that you do. Easily you can check it. Okay, because this query will work on exactly what are the changes that he had done. everything will work. Okay, what you want to do, only thing you want to make sure this query to be saved in a proper way. Okay, that I'll tell you how to save it. Very simple, same like Excel sheet only. Okay, so simply you can use this add column. The HRA has been added. Now the same way I'll go for another custard column. I'll update the rest of the informations. Okay, for example, PF. I'll go for again my basic salary multiply 0.12. Okay, 12%, which I'm going to make for PF. So exactly it is updated. Okay, and then again I'll go for one more column, clustered column. I'll go for ESI. Okay, ESI, and I'll go with basic salary multiply 0.04, 4%. Okay, so now 4% of value has been updated. Okay, so any doubt as of now? Okay, so we'll continue with this now. See, add column has done, and then the ESA has been added. I'll go for one more column. Okay, one more column, last column with bonus, just for example. Okay, bonus. I'll go with basic salary multiply 0.08%. Now the bonus column has been added. Finally, I'm going to make one column, sum column of all these things. Okay, so which is gross pay. So I'll go and add manually, like basic salary plus HRA plus PF plus ESI plus and bonus. Okay, so everything is done and click OK. Now you can see the total value has been updated. Okay, now after doing all these informations, you can do any changes if you require. This is transformation engine. Okay, now the location has been updated here. I want that to be in uppercase. Okay, which means I can go for transform field. This transform field. Okay, I can go and do any changes here. Okay, this transform will help you to change my all the functions. You can see the format to be appeared in uppercase. I want all these to be loaded into uppercase. In Excel, we want to apply separate text function equal to upper, but here just like a button, everything will come. When you go for uppercase, now you can see the Punjab, the location has been updated with uppercase text here. Even that also to be noted. Okay, so simply you can change anything you require. Now I'll go for this designation. Even that I want to make that with uppercase. You can see all the values are converted into uppercase in a very quick manner. So like there are so many other things same in Excel. You can use with delimiter option, formatting options, trim function, clean function. All those things can be easily do with the help of this Power Query. Now everything is done. Everything is done. The calculation is over. I want to load that into my Excel sheet. Okay, so home tab, close and load option is there. Okay, I'll just click the close and load option. Now you can see the new table will come automatically with called Indian payroll. Now this has been made with Query now connections. Okay, the Query connections will show here when you go and select here. Now you can see when I go here, it shows what are the columns are available and then at what time it has been refreshed. What is the source of this column? Everything will come. Okay, so easily you can take it from any website. Also you can take it. The source will show, the fields will show at what time it has been refreshed. Everything will show. The other important thing now the query is connected. Okay, simply you can change your database. That is your data set. First, we have loaded a payroll file. You can simply change that payroll file. Rest of the information will get automatically updated. Okay, that is one-time work which I have done. Almost it takes 20 minutes for me. This is one-time work. Okay, next day what I'll do, I'll go for my payroll file. I'll open, this is my source file. I don't want to delete this one. I want to keep that one in a very safe and secure manner. Now 57 is there. I'll go for add one more employee, 57th employee, and his employee ID is 90. And his name is, his designation is TL, and with 5 years experience, 6 years experience in Chennai, and then the salary is 40,000. Okay, the basic salary. Just for example, this is the fields which I want to update, only the input area. I don't want to do any other thing. I'll just go for a close option and I'm going to refresh it here. I don't even go for a Power Query editor to do it. Simply I'll go for data tab and refresh all. When I give refresh all, now you can see it is loading. 57th row has been loaded. Okay, so simply within 1 second, the new employee will be identified and automatically This other salary components are being applied it in a single click. Okay, this can be used in Excel also, but just for example, I am showing it. Power Query can be used with any other calculation also, not only this one. Okay, you can go for any different calculation that you are doing in Excel, which can be included into a Power Query manner, and easily you can do it. Okay, so if you do VLOOKUP, if you do a small if conditions, some functions, anything that you do, you can easily record it, like a record macro kind of a thing, which works in Power BI, Power Query. Right. So, any doubt as of now about Power Query? Okay. Next we go with data analysis. Okay, so this is very important. Data analysis and validation, data validation and forecasting will be there. So we'll see what is data analysis at first. So in the first session, I have shown a 3 different data analysis. Okay, one is.
Jay, I have one question. Sorry to interrupt. This
no
is
problem.
regarding Power Query.
Yeah.
So basically, what I understand is if my base data changes, the whatever steps have done,
Exactly.
it will still be valid and be calculating as per the data.
Correct.
In the database data refreshes, my output will refresh.
Correct.
Can I use this as a template or something that I can apply on other sheets, something?
Yeah, we can do that also. That is what I said. Whatever the steps that you have taken into a Power Query, that will be saved, and you can use any number of sheets here. But the thing is, you want to upload that template in the right way. That is a source file kind of a thing. The same template will come in a different sheets. You cannot go on to overlap that one. Now, if I load it again, it will not come in a same. It will not come in another sheet here. It will come in a same sheet only. Okay, so that is what you want to use it. If you want to do a template kind of thing, you can upload that template into a source file. That is a database source file. So from that, it will automatically takes.
Okay.
Okay, in terms of data analysis, first you want to enable
Hello, Lakshmi.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, Jay, we can.
Yeah, sorry, I lost a connection due to power cut. Okay, so I'm trying to connect with the hotspot now. I'll be trying to share my screen now.
Okay. No issue.
Okay, fine. So, hope you can see my screen now, right?
Yes.
Yes, Jay.
Okay, fine, great. Okay, see, so about the data analysis. Okay, in Excel, as I said earlier, first Excel add-ins to be added for doing this analysis. One is Excel tool pack. Okay, this is data analysis tool pack, which is an inbuilt Excel add-in. Okay, inbuilt Excel add-in from available from 2007 onwards. First, I'll tell you how to activate this one. Even a solver which is not available in all the systems by default, you want to activate it about this analyze group. Okay, first go for file, more, and then options. File, go more and options, and then you want to use Excel add-ins. Okay, and then click on the go button here. Click on the go button, and now you can see, you can find the analysis tool pack will be there. Okay, analysis tool pack 1, and then a solver, the solver to be enabled. Okay, so analysis tool pack and solver to be enabled, and click OK. Okay, click OK, and starting to that, you can find a solver button here which is available. Okay, so even a data analysis button which is missing here, maybe I'll tell you. Previously it is there, but I'll check any updation comes in the versions, then the tool pack will not be there, I guess. I'll just check where the analysis will be there. I'll just remove this Excel add-in. Solver has been removed. Okay, I'll again activate it. The data analysis which is not coming over here. Okay, so with the help of solver, I can tell you how to use all these things and data analysis also. Okay, fine. See, on the first class, I told about a data analysis, which has 3 types. One is descriptive statistics, descriptive analysis. Okay, and then we have a predictive analysis, and then we have a prospective analysis. Okay, 3 different types are there. Okay, descriptive, and then predictive, and then a prospective. In which descriptive analysis, as I said earlier, you want to deals with the information what you have in your hand. Okay, which means the data what you have right now, based on that you are doing with descriptive analysis. You can find what is the highest sale, what is the least sale. Okay, and then you are going with what is the average sale item, average sale for each and every day and each and every month. All those things can be identified with the informations. For example, a payment report is there. You can go and analyze this payment report and find what is the payment method we received, how many payment method as a very high payment, high, low payment. So such type of informations can be done with the old records. Predictive analysis, which means we can do with the help of data tab with forecasting option. Okay, this is called a predictive analysis. Okay, you can easily do a predictive analysis with the help of forecasting. So this forecasting has 2 different ways. First is from 2016 onwards, we have a separate button here, separate button called forecast sheet. If you're using lesser version, you can't do this one. You want to use a formula. Okay, so you can use with a formula called forecast. There are so many formulas are there. You want to use the last one to do it. Okay, forecasting with a linear regression method. Okay, that is the last one. Okay, linear regression. Trend method, we can do it. Okay, now I'll tell you in both the ways. Okay, first I'm going to predict it with some information. For example, I'll take some random numbers here. Okay, I'll go for a random month here again. This is my month. So I've taken a random months here for which I'm going to do employee attrition. Okay, left employees, attrition prediction, which I'm going to do. So I'm going to fill a random prediction from 3 employees to 15 employees are left in our company for last 12 months. Okay, so I'm randomly updated. Okay, in the month of January, 6 employees left. In the month of January, February, it is 3 employees. And so on. In the month of December, 6 employees left. Okay, this is what you want to do it. Now I'm going to predict this employee, left employee organization with the help of this forecast sheet for the future period. That is the advantage of using forecast sheet. When you do predictive analysis, with the help of your past data, we are going to predict a future value. Okay, this is an approximate value. Based on your trend line, it will come automatically. Okay, this can be done in many different ways. Okay, if you know statistics, you can go with some normal distributions way that you can do it. Okay, or you can go with some a forecasting method, predictive analysis method, you can do it, or even a moving average method, you can do it. There are so many different ways to predict your future values. Okay, so normal, if I go with the forecasting sheet here, through a button, I'm going to do it. Okay, and also this button is going to predict in the month of 01, okay, 06, 2022. For next 6 months, I'm going to predict it. For the next 6 months, what will be the attrition rate if it goes in the same way? This is what I'm going to predict it. Okay, so first I'll go for this forecast sheet. Okay, forecast sheet. I'm going to select this information. Select a forecast sheet. Now it comes with automatic line diagram. Okay, and with 3 different options. This orange line item is a 3 different predictions. One is left employee with a dark line called an average forecasting method. Okay, average forecasting, which is a normal one. And 2 other things. One is upper confident bound with seasonality method. Okay, I'll tell you how to do this one. And then with lower confident bound, there is a lower chance of going for attrition. Even that also it works. Now, simple thing, what you want to do, you want to end this forecast month, you want to select it here. Okay, I'll go for 6th month, 2022, 30th June. This is what, up to that I'm going to extend it. If you want, you can go for more number of months here. Okay, what are you required? Okay, now it starts from 1st of January. Now it ends with 30th June 2022. After 6 months, 1.5 years, it will be going to end it. Now when I go for create option here, it will create with one sheet automatically. Okay, this sheet will consist of functions. Okay, now what it says, if it goes in the same way, in the month of in the month of June 30th, you are expecting almost 10.6 full-time employee will be getting resigned. If it goes in the same way, this is what the prediction which is saying by default. Okay, there is other lower chance. There is a lower chance of 5.75 employee will be resigned. Attrition rate will be 5.75% of employee, 5.75 employees will be resigned in the lower chances with the help of ETS conflict method forecasting. Okay, again, there is a high chance 15 employees can resign at the same time. Even that is also for a chance. So 3 different chances will give you in this prediction by default. Okay, so this is same available in a chart also. Okay, so now you can see the line chart will come by default. If I want to change this line with a bar diagram, you can include this bar diagram also. Do right click on the chart area. You can go for change chart series. Instead of line, you can convert all those into a bar diagram. Okay, so whatever you require, you can do that one. Okay, now this is a button comes kind of forecasting, which by default it comes. Okay, by default it comes. Only thing, you want to apply a formula. If you don't have this option, lesser version you are doing it, then you can apply a formula. Okay, again, the forecast.ets method will there. and then forecast with the ETS with conflict method will be there. Some different methods are there. You don't want to use these things. Direct forecasting will be there. Okay, that I'll tell you how to do it. Okay, now you can see in the month of 30th June 2022, it predicts with 10.6 employee as a full-time employee will be resigned. This is what it predicted. Now, I'll go for the same thing. Okay, so 30th 6 2022 equal to forecast, and I'm going to select this forecast here. Okay, now it shows with X, known Y, and known X. Three things it's showing here. Okay, X and Y, known Y, and known X. X is always a period. Okay, it should be a month, it should be a date, or it should be a year. Always X means that period only. Okay, make sure that is remember. And also known Y means that is a numeric field. You should not keep any alphabetic field here to do analysis. As I said earlier, this is a quantitative methodology. If you go for a qualitative methodology, you cannot do a predictions very easily. Only for a quantitative methodology, you can easily predict it. Okay. Now, since this is a number, always this Y will be a number. Okay. Make sure these two things, X means period, Y means number. Okay. Now, X means what is the value that I'm going to find it? For which period I'm going to find it? 30th 6 2022, I'm going to find it. Comma. Known Y. Known Y means already I know the number of employees left here. As I said, Y means number. I'll select it simply. And then known X. Known X means the period, which I already know it. Okay. So simply I selected 3 arguments here. Even about this formulas and all, maybe in the upcoming session, I'm going to tell you 7 rules. Okay, based on my experience, 7 rules which I'm going to tell you, that will be more helpful for you to understand any formula in a very easiest manner. Okay, so now X is my G4 and known Y is my left employee and known X is my already known month. Okay, everything is done. Now hit enter. You can see exactly 10.36. There is a slight difference between the formula which we have done manually with the chart. Why? Because this is a direct linear regression method. In the chart, it comes here by default. It comes with formula.ets. Okay, forecast.ets will come. So that is the difference why it shows, but it exactly predicted. Now, since this is a formula, very easy to convert my X value into a different one. For example, I want to do that for last year, 30/12/2022, end of the year. I'm expecting 12 employees will be resigned in that month. In the next month, I'm expecting, for example, 12th month is there. I'll go for January 31/1/2022. Next month, we are expecting at least 8.8 employee to be resigned. This is what the predictions analysis, predictive analysis can be done for anything that you can do it. Okay, we have forecast function to do it, and same like we have a trend function. Trend is for multiple line items. Okay, known Y, known X, and then new X, and then constant. But both will be gives the same result. Forecast or trend, anyone that you can use it. Okay, we have a function called trend. Okay, trend also will bring the same result. Okay, known Y, this is my known Y, comma, known X, this is my known X, comma, what is the new X? New X is 31. Okay, I don't want to update this constant. I can directly do it. See, exactly brings the same result. Okay, so trend and forecast will be the same, but unfortunately, you cannot predict multiple line items in the same way. That is the only one biggest drawback in this forecast sheet. Even if you go for forecast sheet to apply with the second line item, first is left employee, second with another category. With you want to do forecast means it won't do forecast, it will do for the first paragraph only, first line item only. Okay, it won't do for the second one. As same like if you have multiple Excel financial analysis you want to do, you want to predict it, you can use this predictive analysis effectively to do it. Okay, now, for example, the same month which I have taken now, I'll go for a travel expenses. I can do it. If I go for both travel and telephone, it won't do. Okay, so you want to manually apply a forecast function at the end here, and you want to copy and paste this function for the entire thing. Okay, so now even this I can do it for the travel expenses. 50,000 rupees to 1,50,000 rupees has been acquired in the last 1 year. Okay, this is what my old data. with the help of this old data, I'm going to predict the next 6 months data here. Okay, this is 30th June 2022. This is what I'm going to predict it. Okay, equal to forecast, the last one. What is the X? X is my June month, comma, what is the known? The travel expenses, already done. What is the known Y? For last 12 months. Okay, now if it goes in the same way, my expenses for June month is 1,12,633. This is the expected travel expenses in the month of June month. Okay, if the data set goes in the same way, it exactly changes. For example, suddenly in the month of July, I'm going to make that with 1,85,000. The value will be very high. If I go with that, now you can see it is exactly extended 1.2113. Okay, so easy for us to track any expenses to be predicted with the help of predictive analysis that can be done in the way of forecasting sheet or with help of forecast sheet. These two things can be done. Okay, any doubts so far about a forecasting function?
No, Jay.
Okay.
Jay just wanted to understand as what you just told about the forecasting method. So based on the data available to us, okay, whatever for a particular head of expenses, say travel expense or maybe a telephone expense, we can forecast the expenses for next 6 months or a 1 year, depends, right?
Yeah.
Right, no, and we can't take all the expenses at a time. It should be like
Exactly.
only one particular expense at a particular time.
Exactly.
This is what my understanding is. Is it, am I right or wrong? I don't know.
Yes, correct only.
Correct, no? Okay,
Yeah.
fine, Jay.
Yeah.
So you can forecast not on the on it. It won't give you a full visualization. It will give you. It will help you to understand one particular expense or one particular thing or a forecasting for one particular head or expense only. Whatever.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay. Thanks, Jay.
So if I want to go for a second one, for example, telephone is there. Again, I want to update this telephone expenses. And then I want to copy and paste this formula to another one. So manually, I want to do. If I have 10 different heads of expenses, then I want to apply this 10 different heads of expenses only for 30th June. If you want to do for different dates with different dates and time, then you want to do separately. So you can't do at the same time. So now with the help of this forecasting button, we can easily predict our future. Okay, this is a predictive analysis. With the help of this, what I can do? What is the usage of this doing analysis? Which means I can come to know what is my future expenses. I can mitigate my risk of understanding if I have 20 different heads of expenses in a company. I can say I can put all the 20 different heads of expenses for the past 6 months, what I have did, for the last future 6 months, what I am going to do it. That I am going to know in the current situation itself. So say for example, 20 different expenses, I am going to spend almost 50 crores in the next 6 months, which means I want to set a target. I want to make that 50 crore expenses, 50 crore to be revenue to be generated for doing an expenses. Okay, because I can take a better decision making with the help of these analysis. That is what we are doing it. Okay, if I don't know those such a type of analysis can be performed in my company, the high level management is unable to take a better decisions. They don't know what the expenses will be. Okay, so they can't do any cost controls. If I know these things, I can do cost control. Okay, there is two different methodology in business as always. Either increasing your revenue to make your company in a good way, or to attain your profit percentage, or decreasing your expenses to bring your attaining your percentage. Okay, so both ways will be help you to get a right result. Increasing your revenue will give a correct profit. Okay, or decreasing the expenses will give you a correct profit. Okay, so now that is why most of the company, they cannot do a revenue, generating a revenue in certain period. In that time, what they will do, they will try to do some expenses to be down. That is why we require these type of analysis. If the expenses comes down, though they are attaining the profit percentage in a correct manner. Okay, so that is the only thing that you want to do it. Okay, so that is why most of the companies are started doing with cost controlling. Okay, they will always doing with cost controlling, because of they are unable to make a revenue in certain time. That is why we are doing with cost control. So these analysis will help you to understand what will be the future value, what will be the future expenses in the current situation itself. So I can say 1,25,000 will be spent in the June month of 2022 for travel expenses, which means I can put a place in order now. As a high level management, I can take a business decisions. Okay, avoid traveling now. Try to make this expenses within 50 or 75,000. That is the budget which I am going to fix for next 6 months. Such type of informations or business decisions or new policies can be taken place with the help of these analysis. Okay, this is what as an high level management they are expecting from you, because they want to run a business in a smooth way. They require to pay a lot of expenses, a lot of debts. Okay, they have to pay a salary. That is the major expenses for a company. So those things can be easily acquired. Those things can be easily addressed, and easily we can come out of the issues. Right. So any doubt as of now?
So that is the reason why, Jay, nowadays the data analysis
Exactly.
are so in demand, like a data science and data
Scientist.
analytics, right?
Exactly.
Because of
exactly.
this, all this decision making power and all.
Correct.
This is a new
See,
future, a new, you can say, dilemma for the jobs and all. I understood
Exactly.
this very well clearly from this. Yeah.
Exactly. Even now, what we are seeing right now, almost 50% of data scientists that we are seeing. The first 50% of information called as data analyst. The next 50% will be called a data scientist. The data analyst will do the analysis with the help of old data. The data scientist will do with the data mining. For example, now, as of now, my understanding is 80% of companies are doing only in Excel. We don't require any special tools to do it. Okay, the such big companies like banking industry, Amazon, Flipkart, or Ola, something like very huge number of volumes will be handled by those companies are doing data mining, because their product want to be sold. Because for a small company, which is in a manufacturing industry company, for that they don't want to understand about the nature and geographical things. But some companies are doing like shell kind of a thing. Shell, and then we have some software technologies companies are doing with data scientists, because they want to understand across the world, not only in India, for all the world they are doing it. That is why they are doing it.
Correct.
Okay,
Got Jay, very clear. Yeah.
Exactly. So 80% of companies are very small companies. Only 20% of big companies are doing it.
Data mining is very important for those company, whose revenue may be in very much millions and crores.
Exactly.
And exactly. And for data analytics is like, it helps the company maybe at a smaller level to take a decision about the feasibility of, going for a further for further new venture or further taking any. I got the point. Yes.
Exactly. Simple. Even now, as an artificial intelligence, very simple. For example, you just go and use a Google search and type some keywords over there. For example, I want to buy a laptop for 40,000 rupees, under 40,000 rupees. Something, if you type that one, that complete artificial intelligence will take your ID, your IP address, and it will put it to the rest of all the areas. That is why when you go and search for 10 times in a Google search, after 10 days, you will be continuously getting all the ads into your system, because of data science only.
Got.
Right. So even the bank will offer you a laptop loan for you if you search 10 times in a Google search, because there will be a lot of interconnection with the data, artificial intelligence with the Google data studios.
Okay.
So this is what. So because they are attracting your interest, they can easily search through this keyword. They can understand you have a good idea. You have a plan to buy a laptop. So this iPad laptop selling services vendors who are giving an ad only for those people. Your ID will be marked automatically through an artificial intelligence with the algorithms.
Yeah.
Automatically, that is why it's showing
frequently searched data and frequently searched products. Based on that, the company keeps on adding their products, displaying on ads and everything.
Exactly.
Okay. Got it.
This is what actually. So this is what the data scientists work. What they are doing, they are trying to fetch all the information from your side. What is your own interest? These type of data mining is called a data scientist. With the help of algorithms, all those things, they are doing it. But as a data analyst, what we are doing a complete analysis based on the information what we have it. We are not trying to get a new information, but the information what we have in our hand, based on that we are doing it.
Correct. Descriptive and qualitative analysis is just
Exactly.
what you taught us right now.
Exactly. Okay, so fine. Still, we have one more analysis which is called a prospective analysis. Even that is more suitable. There will be a lot of scenario can be checked with the help of what if analysis and then the solver. These two things are most important for any industry. Even if it is a product-based company, then it is more suitable to do this what if analysis and solver. Especially for HR department also, it will be more useful to set some budgets for the training and development areas. That I'll tell you, maybe up to this we can wind up a day. Tomorrow, I'm going to discuss about this what if analysis and then solver, all those things.
Jay, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you in between, but
Yeah.
you were supposed to share those, the data and learning material. I think I haven't received. I don't know about the others, but I'm
Okay.
awaiting for it. If you can give us, it will help us to do a practice, because as you
Sure.
correctly told that, the Excel won't be learned at a day. So practice makes the man perfect. So I request you to, can you please share the whatever the learning material or the things you would like us to practice during this time?
Yeah, sure, definitely I'll give it.
Because you told Lakshmi to send us, but I'm so sorry, we haven't received any mail regarding the training material and all.
Okay, I'll check with them and
Sorry
I'll
to
share it.
interrupt, Mamta. I think
If you
just
can
check with
share us,
Varada, Mamta, you just check with Varada. We are receiving the file. You just check with Varada on this. Okay.
Thanks, Rishlin. I was not aware of it. So
Okay,
fine,
so I think-
I'll check with Varda whether
Yeah.
she has received. Because what happens, Jay, whatever you taught us is very clear. But unless and until I want practice. So, I was thinking to do some practice on the Excel for all these functions and whatever the formulas and pivot table you told us. So
Okay, fine, not a problem. I'll be definitely, you just check with them, or else I can try to share it in a chat box itself.
one more request, please
Yeah.
share with us all this learning materials and practice which you would like us to do it. And also at the same time, your number, in case of any queries or concerns, we should get back to you, while executing the formulas and also.
Sure, definitely. At the end of the session, I'll be giving you the email ID and the phone numbers to you. Not a problem.
Because hardly now very few days are left. So, I don't want to miss out anything. It should not happen, at the end. Now it's very clear, but later on it should not happen when I'm doing it practically. It should be difficult for me. So,
Sure. Definitely I'll do it. Not a problem.
Fine, Jay. So please share it.
Sure. I'll definitely do it. And also, the rest of the parts will be covered tomorrow. And again, we are going to see tomorrow with goal seek, what if analysis, and the data table and solver, all those things. This is called as a prospective analysis that we are going to see it.
Okay. So today we have covered the qualitative and forecasting.
Yeah. So still data validation is pending. So tomorrow we are going to see with data validation also.
Okay, Jay. Sure.
Okay, fine. So thank you so much. We'll meet again tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.